There we go. Finally got it. I was clicking in all the wrong places.
Well, I shared it up on my channel, so it'll show
Thank
up in the community page. So maybe people will see it and come.
Thank you. Yes, hopefully. And everybody that was there pretty much had my channel. So
Okay. And if you want to make us bigger, there's another
Yes.
box you can
This
click
one?
that show. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You can do that one when there's only 2 people. It makes it a little nicer.
So
Super bigger.
I'll show you this other random thing. So my real estate agent who, we bought this house in 2019. We sold the townhouse. Anyway, she just does random things, and she snuck to the house and dropped this off. First of all, the box is cute as heck. Camille's already seen this, but the box is so cute. And then this ornament.
She brought that to you like recently?
Just like I want to say Christmas Eve or the Eve, the 23rd, maybe. Just dropped it on our porch. Didn't even ring the bell or anything. But
oh my god,
isn't this beautiful?
Wow, those
she
are
just so thoughtful.
That's nice. Are you planning to move again?
No, not for a long time. That's why I'm like, I'm always amazed. I'm like, I don't know that I'm your best investment.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, she's so nice. Yes. So you finished? No, you're still working on the multicolor. No, you finished
the poncho.
Yes.
I'm working on the blue and white shawl. That's my second thing for the creator of the month for December. I just want to finish this ball. I'm trying to get this ball finished before
I
the
get
end
that.
of the month.
Yeah.
I've never really finished one thing for creator of the month. That shawl was huge. I finally got that finished, but
it's so pretty. The yarn you used in the house, so pretty. And then the hat on Bag a Day's Facebook, somebody had done her short rows, but then left the little ends out like that. And it was and that lady in the picture looked to me to be in her 20s. So it is definitely in style.
Yeah. If you go look at scrap yarn hats, they have things like that on them. They're different, they're felted and yeah, it's the thing, but I don't think, I think I need to trim them so they're all the same length. Maybe, or maybe I could put beads on them. I could put pony beads on them or something. Make it more decorative. So I don't know.
Oh, thanks, Shannon. Shannon is here. I don't
know. Yeah, I can see her.
Yes, hi. Makes it so you can talk to her. Oh, and Shannon didn't see my sweater. I finished.
Oh yeah.
I finished the cardigan. Here, I'll put it on because it will do it more justice.
The color turns out better now with your lighting the way it is.
Oh yeah. So I have this overhead light on, and then this other light on. Anyway,
it's not as dark.
So yeah, it's not as navy as it looked, but it's because it's labeled denim. But there's that. Goes around, covers the butt. That was my goal.
You're still doing ends, right? Because I see one flying around.
I have just one end.
Okay.
That's my only end that I neglected to do, and I didn't know until I put it. And then I did this on the sleeve. So this is 4 different patterns that I put together. So this part is Bag a Day. The sleeves are BAE crochet or something like that. When I actually do the video and show all this, I'll have that. This was a new creator, and it was completely silent, not even music. And then she just had the typed stuff. So I had to follow along, but that was pretty easy. And I just had to adjust it to be in the around. And so, yeah. Oh, and then these were my secret yarnery. So there are 4 different flowers on here, because Shannon, you were talking about the flowers, and they're all from Secret Yarnery's Spring Bloom or something like that, crochet along.
Are they different kinds of flowers or just
they're different kinds of flowers. So here, I'll hold them up close. So there's and then
that's neat.
Yeah, and then there's that's just popcorn stitches.
Oh wow.
This one, it was just out of control. So I took a row of petals off. Oh, hi, Camille. Oh, thanks.
There she is.
There we go. So this, there's actually supposed to be one more row of petals. So I just had to do increases to add enough single crochets under here to then get the right number for the leaves. The leaves don't show up very much, but yeah, if you like the flowers, Shannon, go to My Secret Yarnery. Like I said, I think it's called the Spring Bloom Granny Square Blanket or something like that. And there's like 12 different flowers. My sister chose 4 of them. Oh, Crafting Kitty. Oh,
where's my hook?
Oh, Crafting Kitty. What were you watching from Crafting Kitty?
My hook's gone.
Were you watching her? I watched something of hers today. I can't even remember yet.
I don't know, but if it wasn't for you, I would have missed her celebration completely.
I'm glad I texted you then.
But I was
late too. I got there and like Lori was already there.
Well, I missed a half hour.
Yeah, and I think I missed 45 minutes or an hour.
I was sleeping. But I went back and I watched it again. So.
I did too, especially the first part, the first half hour or whatever. Brian is so hilarious.
He is. I
just cracks. They're so fun together.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that it sounds like their plan is to add more of the 2 of them back together.
Were you there?
That's the
were you watching them when they did their Bad Decisions series?
I was. That's actually
okay. So you remember
I think you mentioned her once. And so I went and checked her out. And it might have been the Bad Decisions or their pickle tasting, because that's the one I remember.
I don't like pickles.
And they were all different kinds of pickles. And they did not like most of them. Well,
they do the MREs. They had videos doing the MREs. Those
MREs. I'll show you an MRE. Hold on.
Oh my God. What did I start?
What did you start?
Oh, can I even find one?
So if I send you, Chef Lori, if I send you food,
darn it.
Will you try it on your channel?
I can't find it. I know I have an MRE somewhere.
If it's edible, usually I'll eat.
Yeah, it would be edible.
Yeah, they are edible.
I don't do anything fuego anymore. I got bit by that bug.
I don't know what that means.
My husband's
fuego is hot. Really hot. I don't do that no more.
What's hot? Spicy?
Fuego.
If fuego, yes.
Fuego, I don't do it no more.
I want to send you those.
She doesn't know what fuego is?
Chicken waffle chips.
Ooh, chicken waffles.
Oh, yeah. Right, Shannon. I guarantee you've got MREs. So last year, remember I said, well, I don't remember where I said that in a live. Well, my family does a white elephant, but they're supposed to be kind of nicer, not like truly like, I just grabbed this out
or two laying around.
What's that?
Shannon said, who doesn't have an MRE or 2 laying around?
Right. And that's why because she's in the military. My husband's in the National Guard. So yeah. And so he got a bunch of MREs and he's like, I picked the best ones, but I'm not going to eat any of these. And so I called it dinner for 4 and I picked the best ones and put the MREs in there. And my cousin actually wanted them because they reminded him of his childhood, because my uncle was also in the National Guard and he always he got excited about the MREs, which is so funny. And some of my husband's coworkers in law enforcement, they are hunters, and so they like the MREs for when they go hunting. So, yes.
What does that stand for, MRE?
Meals ready to eat.
Ready to eat, huh?
That's my understanding anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shannon.
So I got some peanut butter. That would work.
Yes, and sometimes they do have little packets of peanut butter. They have little packets of Kool-Aid.
I eat peanut butter almost every day.
There you go. Okay, so that is right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shannon. I thought that was right, but I wasn't positive. Nice to see you, Linda. And yes. Yes. When did that vertigo start for Aaron? I know it was a while back.
Is everybody made it over? Do we need to send another link out
Jackie.
somewhere?
Hi, Jackie.
Oh, maybe I need to share this on my.
Oh yeah, share
Share it
that.
on yours. Maybe they'll see it. Yeah, I shared it on mine.
Yeah, I got so a few of them popped over. Jackie, Linda, and Shannon. But yeah, but Shannon comes. The packets of peanut butter and cheese. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
yep.
I shared it.
MREs are a whole interesting thing. One time they had like a sugar-free Kool-Aid thing. It was actually pretty good. I was like, oh, that flavor was excellent. It's very hit or miss. I thought I had an MRE tortilla in my pantry, but I couldn't find it.
I thought we were supposed to stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid can be dangerous, right? Government Kool-Aid, scary. Oh, I have a funny Army story. So in my husband and I's relationship, he's the only one that's been pregnant, because.
Really?
So what happened was,
what's more,
that somebody took over, or they were changing a record system, and they merged a bunch of people's medical records with his, and he was going in to update it because he had shoulder surgery, and then he wasn't. Hi, Tina. And then he wasn't on. He wasn't on restrictions anymore. So he was going in to correct it. And then he discovered that, according to them, he was pregnant amongst a whole pile of other things. But
wow.
yeah,
oh my God.
So then he went in to correct it because he couldn't correct it online. He had to go in to see somebody. He goes in to see somebody and he's like, well, I have to verify everything. What actually belongs to you, where these records should go. But the one I can take care of today is your pregnancy. You're no longer pregnant. Pushed a button, it was gone. So yes, our joke is he's been the only one pregnant in our relationship. So
wow.
Oh yes, for real. Calling drink the Kool-Aid new rules at work for sure. Oh yes, thank you, Tina. I should go in and do that too. But yeah, so that's yes, he was my pregnant husband. For I think it took a few weeks, maybe even a month before he could get that resolved.
Wow.
It's like being dead. Sometimes you have to. It's hard to prove you're alive.
Right. It was. It very much felt like that. I've heard that happen to people. Oh, now the pretty kitty's coming over. Kitty.
I mean, if they mark you dead, can you stop paying taxes? I guess you don't get benefits though either. Huh?
Right. It's not good if
they're still there. Are they going to be there by the time I retire, like officially retire in like 10 years?
Yeah, probably.
Do you think there'll be Social Security still?
I'm trying to get my kitty to come over.
As long as those young people keep working, there will be.
Right.
Somebody's got to pay it.
Yeah.
This is my pretty kitty. She's very sweet. She's my small kitty. My orange cat is over there sleeping. He's not small. He's down to 16 and a half pounds.
Make a top for Hooker. See, y'all tell me what is going on at Hooker versus Hooker.
Hooker versus Hooker.
Shannon said make a top.
Yep, make a top and pink, blue, and green. And only one shade of each.
Pink, blue.
Pink, blue, and green. Yeah. I had a brilliant idea for it. I'm obviously not one of the people, but I saw a really cool butterfly top. I'm like, well, you could do that because
that Ophelia Talks Crochet, I think is her name. She's got some cool patterns for tops, for cotton specifically.
Who's that?
Ophelia Talks Crochet.
Yeah.
I interpret the rules loosely if I'm not competing. I try to make it so that it's actually usable or looks good.
Right.
And if I'm ever in the competition, then that's different. But if I'm not, then I just try to make it so it looks nice.
Have you ever competed?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm
on the list.
I need to throw my name in, but I'm a little nervous. Like, that's a lot of pressure.
They just put it up during the live today. They said, make sure you email this email to make sure you're on the list. I think it's the one you sent me, Lori.
Yeah, there's a new person who's going to be monitoring all that. That's
manage
be a little more on top of it and have time to take care of it.
I'm scared Mad Mimi will beat me with one of her flat pieces.
Shannon says, don't be nervous. She did it. And
and Shannon's was very usable and beautiful.
It was amazing. It was just incredible. Her
glove.
my God.
I haven't put my name in. Do you have your name in?
I do.
You do. What are you doing over there, baby?
I'm working on making a pocket, if anybody's wondering. Here,
give me that. Let me show that off. Or should I wait? Look what I got. Here, show me. Get her here, hand it. That's squeaky, though. Why is it squeaking so much?
I'm not sure.
They're waiting, baby.
Yeah.
Look what I got.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, nice.
But that's squeaking. That's not okay. I don't want to hear that when I'm making balls.
You don't want squeaky balls.
You need to grease your nuts.
Oh yeah, the top. Yeah.
Grease my nuts.
Doll sizes, right?
Yeah, I wanted a wooden one because I think they're so pretty.
Nice. That's nice.
So he got me one. Isn't that cool?
I like that it has a spot to hold your. Oh yeah, no, that's the handle, isn't it? Does it hold your yarn somewhere? Through that. Oh, that's what goes through there. Yeah.
But I don't want it squeaking.
Yeah.
I have a hand one and I have an electric one. My electric one can do big, huge.
I bought an electric one, but I haven't taken it out of the box yet. I've just got a jumbo. I have a jumbo one that has 2 arms on it. Is that only if you're going to wind 2 at the same time? Why would it have 2 things on it that spin around?
Maybe if you are going to add 2 threads together.
Maybe it is.
No, but
because I tried to put the same one on both of them, and it just made a huge mess.
I think it probably just needs some lubrication.
Well, lube it up for me then.
Gotta lube that to make the balls.
Lube the nuts, babe.
Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, my electric winder. Yeah, I can get a pretty good sized cake on the electric one, but my hand one is pretty small. And for Hank's, I literally put it around. I took a round laundry basket, turned it upside down, laid it over, and then put it on the winder.
Yeah, that would work.
Simple. Yeah, it worked.
I found a really good deal on one of those Stenwood Swifts.
Oh, the Swifts, yeah.
The ones that have the little pegs in it. So I finally dug that out and have that set up. And it worked.
So now
it takes up a lot of space. It's really big.
I have a wooden Swift and a wooden ball winder now because the plastic, but this is gonna have to not make a squeaking sound because I wanted to make videos winding balls. Like I try to think about like what do I want to watch on YouTube? I could sit there and watch someone make some yarn balls over and over and over again, especially if they put it to music.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I will honestly, it was weird watching this video for these flowers because there was no sound. It wasn't even music.
Uh-huh.
So it was strange. So that's nice that your husband's retired. In my relationship, I'm the one that's retired and my husband still goes to work. Technically 2 jobs. So.
And it's okay having him home all the time? Because sometimes that's a problem.
She's at work.
Shannon's at work.
Oh, that's right.
She's at work, so it doesn't matter.
Not a problem yet.
See, when COVID hit and Ryan got to stay home and teach from home, I loved him.
It was
being
great. Yeah.
Like, it was awesome. And we did so much. Like, we made like 2 wooden benches and some planter boxes, and he painted, and we took pottery classes. Like, we were having a good old time with him at home.
That was what did me in, was the online teaching. I was already in the process of trying to get a disability retirement for migraines. But when I had to teach online, oh my goodness.
I can't imagine trying to teach math online. But
I lasted a week, and then I had to have a sub.
They didn't show up. Like, most of them didn't even show up for Ryan.
He's in an urban school, actually. But I had 4 classes as seniors, so that's probably the difference.
Yeah, he was teaching freshmen then, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they were all seniors, and then one class was a study hall. They just basically had to check in that they were there. And I had before I left for spring break, because the timing of it was the shutdowns. They were warning us the shutdowns were going to come. So before spring break, right before spring break, I just did a bunch of videos on a platform I can't remember right now, but where it was recording on the smartboard. It was recording I got a little headset microphone. It was recording my voice while I was writing on the smartboard, so they could watch. It was like I was in front of them, but not me. Later, with the upgrade, I could have put myself in there talking. They could have seen me.
But they were seeing the stuff that was being written
and hearing my voice as it was being written. So
that's nice.
I wish I could remember the name of that
technology.
Yeah. But it's because we had smart boards. The whole building had smart boards. So I was okay. Just about anybody could take over Algebra 1 or whatever, but I was teaching college algebra and AP statistics. So I had to do the lessons. So
yeah.
AP statistics.
Yeah. But see, if you were in my class, you'd feel differently about statistics. Everybody loved.
Would I?
That was high school. They had statistics in high school.
AP statistics. So they actually could get college credit for taking my class. And it was so funny, because the girl I was helping move today, which is why I missed your live, she was in that 1920 graduating class, and we were talking about stats class, and she's like, it was so hard to be motivated, and I'm like, oh, I get it. And I was going somewhere with them. I asked her, because she's currently in nursing school, and I said, well, hey, if you have to take a stats class, let me know and I'll help you out, because it's that's what I tend to tutor. I have two stats people I'm going to be tutoring. One is one of my husband's friends, and one is one of my friends. And they're both taking stats. They both tried stats this semester and waited too long to get my help, so they withdrew, and then they're taking it next semester. But she said that the class, when she took my class, her credit transferred, so she's got her stats credit for her nursing degree. So I'm like, good, that's great.
Good.
So,
I didn't have to take that. I didn't have to take that in high school when I was in high school.
Oh, not in high school. No, it was.
And I didn't have to take it for. I didn't have to take it for
nursing, or
it's radiation.
Oh, radiation.
Radiologic technology. We didn't have to do. We had to do radiation physics, though.
Was it a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree?
No, it's a 2-year.
2-year. That's the difference. So everyone I know that gets a 4-year degree in anything medical these days, they have to have a stats class.
Huh.
Because my son-in-law, my oldest son-in-law, he's a biomedical engineer. And I helped him with his stats class. And again, if you've ever taken statistics, the main thing you need to know is if the P is low, reject the hoe. Now, that sounds wildly inappropriate, right?
It could be a way to remember something.
It is, and it works. It works so well that when when I taught my son-in-law this, he went and told his whole class, all of his study buddies, and they're like, "Oh, I get it now." And then they all remembered it. And they
Oh,
remember it the rest of their life. I guarantee that girl that when I saw today, I bet she could cite that back to me. And it was really funny because my daughters did not go to the high school I taught at, because of where we lived. Anyway, so my oldest daughter told her stats teacher at her high school if the P is low. So that, for those of you who want to actually know what that means, P value is your probability of getting something as far from the mean or further from the mean as what you got. Okay, so P value. If the P is low, reject the HO. The HO is your null hypothesis. It's noted H with a 0 below it, like HO. That's right. So just go, anybody that is interested in the math part of it, if the P is low, reject the HO, is actually mathematically sound. And I learned it in my teaching AP statistics class. So, but I went to my daughter's graduation. She had told her stats teacher, and the valedictorian said the most important thing she learned in high school was in her stats class, the P is low, reject the HO. And I'm like, my line.
that's funny.
But yeah, once she told her high school stats teacher was named Mr. Cummings. I don't know if I could handle that. Because again, I'm immature.
We had one of those too in my high school.
Yeah. Did they get teased? Well, he didn't really get teased, but
that is maybe my sister. It was back when my sister. I think it was gone by the time I got there, but I think when my sister was there.
Did you fix it?
Yeah. Listen.
But yes, stats is my jam. I really enjoy it. But I didn't in college. I hated it. In college. But my professor, this was not his name, but everybody referred to him as Professor Misery. And his class was tough. I didn't retain anything from it. It wasn't until much later that I learned to love stats, because it's actually very useful knowledge. Not the P is low. That's only if you're in stats class or doing medical research or something like that. But yeah, that's currently crocheting a pocket. Lori is crocheting a shawl, is it?
Yep, this is sort of a shawl. It's a corner to corner.
C to C, yeah.
It's a corner to corner that's gonna be just one ball. I'm just gonna keep going till it's done.
I love that. So it's just variegated?
Yeah, this is Hirschner's Christmas Sparkle.
Oh, Christmas.
It was the blue one, and I just went. That's why I was at Hirschner's to see if I could get another one to finish it, and they won't be in stock until March. So,
oh my goodness,
what is it? What is it?
Hirschner's Christmas Sparkle Yarn.
I was like, if I have it, I'll send it, but I haven't bought any Hirschner's.
I don't have the blue. The Hirschner's, was it Hirschner's or Mary Maxon that I got?
No, it wasn't Hirschner's. Yeah, that was a big order. I just went and looked at it to see, and it was like I bought like these sets, the Christmas sets. There was a neon set, a Christmas set, and it was just one of each. It was one of each. And I never make anything that big, so usually I don't need more than one.
Right, because you do a lot of hats and stuff. Oh.
Yeah, I try to do small stuff. I get done faster.
My 8 inches became 9 inches. Big. I don't know. It's stretched, I guess. Oh, well.
What is that again?
The pocket.
But what stitch did you use?
I just did a half double crochet to kind of make it semi-solid, but single crochets annoy me, so I get tired of them. So this is just the half double. And then I'll put at the top, I'll put one of each of these flowers, each color, sorry.
What if you make that the top, and then when you're finishing it, put singles at the bottom so it's more dense?
Oh, yes, that's a good idea. And then
just do a few rows of singles so it's denser at the bottom.
Yeah,
not so open.
Yes, that's a good idea. And then it's solid at the bottom. Yeah, because half doubles, as you can see, have a little bit of hole.
It is with the hook you're using, unless you want to use a smaller hook.
That's true. I could do that too, but I don't have.
I don't
Don't
think
have
if you
the
got
next
it a
one,
little
yeah.
wider is going to be a big deal, though.
No.
Oh, wider's not the problem. No, I don't think so. I should check.
Oh, you said it's too long.
Let's see. No, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure it didn't go to the seam.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I couldn't remember how wide this is. I think it's to the seam. How far is it to the seam?
Get your peanut butter.
There's my seam.
See, he eats peanut butter almost every day too, because he eats a peanut butter at night.
It makes me strong.
Does he put it on his ice cream? Does he melt it?
No, we usually we'll eat dinner and then we'll eat a little ice cream. And then about the time, if I say I'm ready to go to bed, it kind of doesn't matter what time it is. He gets up and automatically it's like he's sleep eating or something. He'll get up and he'll make him a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh.
Every single night.
Sometimes I can't sleep unless I have something in my stomach. And you're not really supposed to.
Right.
But it helps me sleep if there's something in there, I guess.
And peanut butter being also having protein that yeah, it could settle your stomach.
Yeah.
I got one of my son-in-laws a spoon that said, "This is my peanut butter spoon." Both of my son-in-laws are peanut butter lovers.
I love eating peanut butter just by the spoonful, but I had to stop doing that because not exactly.
You can lose track of how much you're eating.
Right.
Sure.
A tablespoon isn't a big spoonful that I would get. Like I would get a big honking serving spoonful of peanut butter and put it in my mouth.
Yeah. My granddaughter would do that too. She's learned from her dad.
But when I eat a peanut butter sandwich, I don't put jelly on it. He does.
No jelly is exactly like my 14-year-old stepdaughter.
It's a fold over, just a piece of bread and peanut butter. That's it.
Yep, she doesn't do the jelly.
Because, trying to avoid sugar, I can't really eat the jelly.
Do you do the natural peanut butters?
Oh, no. I need my Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
I
do the just peanuts because they tend to have high fructose corn syrup, and I cannot have that. Thankfully, it's not like scary or anything. It just makes me it's colonoscopy prep, we'll call it that.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I do not like high fructose corn syrup.
Glad I don't have that problem.
Yes, I have to read every label.
Oh,
it's so much fun. That's another nice thing about that UK chocolate that we were talking about before.
Oh, yeah.
UK chocolate is I don't have to worry about foreign foods having that crap in it.
Yeah, they're way more strict than we are.
Absolutely. That's not allowed in any other country as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can have Mexican Coke, but I can't have Coca-Cola from here.
Why are we like that?
My theory, I do not know, is whoever pays the FDA, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
But
or the healthcare wants us to keep getting sick.
Right.
I'll take that off your head, okay?
But you probably don't want to have a conspiracy theory show.
No, probably not. Probably not. We might lose our.
I don't know. It could be interesting.
Well, the flat earthers would show up and ruin it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my Lord, my brother-in-law's father is a flat earther.
Is he? Oh, that cracks me up. That girl I know is, and it's like it's fascinating to listen to them.
It's wild.
How can they not? Just how,
right?
How can you not know what's going on out there? And it's just funny.
I ignore a lot of stuff though. I mean, I get too stressed out if I listen to too much like politic news.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I don't watch.
But it is interesting to hear where they're coming from. Oh, it looks like
coming from La La Land.
So I definitely don't listen to the same channels and news people she listens to. So I don't hear about those things.
Right. Right. Okay, I dropped another yarns. I'll get everybody else's here in a sec. Dropping everybody's channels.
Well, you need to spend some time and go visit Nightbot.
Yes, I do.
Get that set up so then you can not be so maintenance on that. People
Right.
it kind of take care of itself.
Yes. Oops. Wrong way. Control V. Let me see who else I got here. Tina. Linda, Linda doesn't have a channel, right?
Yeah, Linda Snyder. Yeah. She
doesn't, or she
posts. Yeah, she posts stuff sometimes. I would drop her link. She does shorts sometimes and shows what she's been making.
Okay. Oh,
Shannon, did you watch my live that I did this morning? Did you see my Secret Santa gift? I did it at the end. I opened it at the end. These ladies haven't seen it, so don't spoil it.
I almost made y'all wait on me to go so I could go watch it. So I could know what you were talking about.
You know what? Let me try it here. Trying to drop. Okay, let me see who else I got. Jackie. Let me get Jackie's. Because I'll get Linda's here in a second. Try to drop all these.
My legs are cramping.
Oh shoot! Having lots of trouble with that tonight, huh?
Yeah. And it's like real bad if my feet and my ankle was like, I broke my ankle. Then 2 years later, I broke my foot, but my ankle's the thing that still gives me problems. Like if I stand too long, it'll start shaking, but also it's the one that cramps up the most, that leg.
I'll give you guys a clue. Here, look. There's a hint.
What is that? Oh, it's a head.
It's a head. It's a blow up head. So that's a hint.
Lori got some head.
Now you gotta go watch it.
I know I was so excited when I got my heads.
Now I don't have any head.
I got a styrofoam one, and then I posted on Facebook how excited I was that I got a head. and then a lady I worked with, she was a home ec. That's what we all know it as, home ec teacher, and she had a head. She was like, "Oh, I was just gonna donate this to Goodwill, but I'll give it to you." So she gave me a gold head, so it's a fancy head. And then I got a wig plastic form, so I have 3 heads.
Y'all know I have y'all don't know, but I have 3 hats I've made that I had set aside to do videos on. I've never done them.
Is it for face off?
I need a face.
I need a crocheted
face. Remember?
Yes.
Somebody needs to make a face.
Have y'all seen that creepy crochet baby? Does that show up on your feed?
Oof, yeah, I've seen it. Oof.
I had never watched it. Maybe I need to watch it so it'll stop showing up, but I'm scared I'll get more creepy crochet babies on there. That's what I always think of when Lori says she needs a face on something. I think of that creepy crochet baby.
I hate to say it, but what is it? Julie made a doll, and it's scary looking.
Yeah,
I think it's just because of the color she used. It really kind of looks scary, but it was I think it was a scrap thing, and it ended up looking really weird. kind of almost like a voodoo doll. But I mean, it's for what it turned out good what she was doing, but it's just kind of creepy looking.
Baby dolls are kind of creepy to me anyway.
Yeah, better to have animal stuff is.
Yeah. But I don't. Some of those amigurumi dolls are cute, but not when they try to put a crocheted face on it. Like
My little chef is cute that I got.
Your
Yeah.
chef is so cute
Your
that she
chef is
made.
very
And
cute.
my little dogs. Oh, that was so cute.
Uh-huh.
She made my little dogs.
I found Linda finally. And so I have thrown yarn in her window.
Right on.
What does that mean? Does that mean? you
Oh,
like it,
that
or-
is
I mean, she subscribed.
yeah, that's from Frizzy Bee.
Oh,
Julie
throwing
Ann.
yarn. Because I
Yeah.
hear Michelle say that all the time too.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
think Kim also says
Kim
it.
Knits, yeah, I think she does.
Not Kim
Oh,
Knits.
okay.
No, sorry.
Kim, Fortunate Kim.
Fortunate. Yeah, that's what I meant. Fortunate.
Mhm.
Kim Knits is a different kind of Kim. It's CHEM, right?
Yeah, Kim Knits is the one that dyes the
Yes.
yarn.
Oh,
She's
Kim.
Kim.
Yeah.
Kim, yeah.
Are you
Like-
guys watching her series? I'm putting up the a little mini video every day of the
Yeah.
ones that I got.
yeah, I've watched like 2 of them so far, but
It I like watching it because she does it from a scientific point of
Mhm.
view and explains so many things. It makes it more fascinating.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay. Right, because she's explaining the chemistry, right?
Yeah, she explains the chemistry and she's done it before and doing this. She does these months ahead of time sometimes.
My newest son-in-law is a chemist. That is his
Mhm.
degree.
Huh.
And his job is, although chemistry is kind of interesting, he tests horse pee to make sure people aren't cheating in horse races.
Ooh, somebody's got to do it.
Interesting.
That's an important job.
It is.
It
I asked
really
him
is.
if they check jockeys, and he said very few races actually check the jockeys.
So what benefit would the jockey have of being drugged?
I think that's why they don't.
Yeah,
They don't really care. It
it
would
depends
just-
what he's riding mostly.
They
yeah.
could hop up and down on the horse faster or something.
But yeah, they catch cheaters at least once a month.
Yeah.
Which is
Really?
sad for the animals.
Did you ever, if you see him, ask him why were all the horses dropping dead at Santa Anita?
Santa Anita. Okay.
What they were dropping dead. There was horses just dying, and I'm curious. I've never heard what the
I'll
reason
ask
was
him.
for that.
He might know because he's obviously in the community to some degree.
Yeah, he might.
Huh.
They were having a big problem with them over there. That was probably last year sometime.
And he's been there for more than a year. He's
Where
almost
does he
been
work at? Which state? Which area?
in Colorado.
He is in Colorado.
He's
You
here
guys
in
have a horse track, or
No, I
It's
think that's
moving.
why they choose us. We're neutral.
oh, they may. Yeah.
I think that's why it's here because I'm like, why would we be testing that? Why is that not in Kentucky or the places or California or the places they have horse tracks?
That's
And
well,
they said it's because we're neutral.
yeah. Now I think Wyoming has a racetrack, don't they? They have a racehorse betting place. Maybe it's off-track betting
I'm not sure. I'm not
because
sure.
we have
We
people.
used
that-
to have dog racing here.
it's
but we don't
Evanston.
anymore.
Evanston. People go to Evanston and they do horse racing, so it's probably off-track betting.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a racetrack there. It's like maybe in the summer they do because it would not be cold.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, you got plenty of room.
I've only been to the horse races once in my life.
I've never been to a horse race, but my grandparents did take us to
I
the
like
dog
it.
track.
You do?
Mhm.
We've never been together.
Mhm.
Horses are beautiful. I think they're just beautiful animals. Where was that? Where were they all dying?
Santa Anita in California.
What like one after another during the race or something?
No, there was like it was. I don't know if it was maybe there was maybe a virus or a bacteria or something.
Huh.
The water, I don't know what it was, but it was like in a month, a whole bunch of horses had died, and I
Wow.
don't know.
And it was race horses.
Yeah, they were the
Okay.
race horses.
Also,
He might know about
9:30 Saturday. Yeah, he's probably up.
But we also had the largest county fair in the country, the Pomona County Fair, had a racetrack, And so we would go there, and I'd take my mom's bets for her and put in her bets when I got there, and we'd watch the race, and it was fun. Then they'd have a concert set up the stage and do a concert. It was fun.
Nice.
Just our local county fair.
That's right.
A big one. It's a big fair. They still have it. It's still a really big fair. But
yes, my husband is getting MVP. We haven't had our Christmas with his daughters yet because they've been at their mom's this week. So and we were real negligent. So no presents were wrapped. He's been wrapping presents.
Oh, yeah.
At least you had more time to go shopping.
Yeah, I did, but I had everything by Christmas Eve.
Oh,
So, delivered, because there were 2 things I did not think I was going to have before, but it got here. So
I think Camille was just a doll and sent us some personalized little gifts. That was really sweet of you.
Did you see mine, Lori?
Yeah, that's
especially because we have the late night issues.
Yes. I thought it was perfect. Yeah. I thought I picked good for all of y'all.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know.
Yeah, that was just really a good coincidence that you were able to find something that was kind of personalized.
I don't think I saw yours, Lori. What does yours?
Oh, let's see. Where do I have it? I have it over.
Hers is perfect for her too.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I saw Ellen's. I'm like, yep, that's Ellen's.
Okay, it's sitting. Is it over here?
I need some like lip balm or something.
Nope, I don't have it handy that I can see.
Okay.
So I don't know where to put it. Yeah, it's not handy.
Right. Do you remember what it said?
No.
I do.
Oh, okay.
It says, yes, I really do need all this yarn.
Oh, yes.
That's it. Yeah. Yes, I really do need all this yarn. Yeah.
And then they got the little hand grippers.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the little foamies.
Yeah.
Those are great.
But I didn't give you those because you
already had them.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna try them out. I have some Susan Bates that I was gonna give away, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute, and let me keep those, and I'll try the little
give it a shot. See if because
Yeah.
I stopped using the metal hooks a long time ago. I just they hurt my hand, but I like metal hooks. But once I found those, I'm like, hooray! Those are perfect, and I like it's not so squishy that it like interferes with your tension or any like you don't hold it weird or whatever, but it is squishy enough that you don't get, I don't know, it's just better. I love it. It's like a furls but squishy.
There's 10 people in here watching. What are y'all working on?
Yes, I got another one. I've got my TV in. So I've got 2.
And I have one. I'm crocheting a Susan Bates hook right now. Yeah. But you don't probably mind the skinny metal ones, right? Or do you? Shannon.
Shannon, you're crocheting. You're not knitting. What are you crocheting?
It doesn't bother me.
Oh, the skinny metals. Yeah. It didn't used to, but yeah, back in my 30s, I broke. Oh, trying to stay awake, Linda. Relatable. I broke my finger right there playing football in my 30s, and when I say playing football, I'm using that very loosely. Somebody threw a football to me and I tried to catch it, and instead it broke my finger.
Yeah,
but like right below the knuckle. It was in a splint for 4 weeks, and this was literally my physical therapy for my finger. So and I still can't, it does not quite close all the way down like this one.
Look, see? I'm pencil holding.
Oh, can you pencil hold? I've never tried it.
I wouldn't say I can. I'm doing it though.
I've never tried it.
That's kind of weird to me. It feels weird.
I'm pretty sure my grandma was a knife holder, so that's all. I never knew there was a different way.
And I certainly am not making it look elegant like I think it looks when I see someone doing it.
It's always with the little stuff in my brain. It's always with the little stuff.
Well, when they pencil, don't you use your wrist more than if you're a knife? Because a knife you grip and you're just moving.
Right. You just kind of moving the whole thing.
Your hand
together,
you're moving instead of
yeah.
just. I think a pencil you're using more movement or something.
Okay. So.
Camille, Shannon says your pencil looks like it's broken.
Here, let's try this. I'll show the camera. Let's see. Oh my God! How do you?
I would be going so slow.
Oh my gosh!
The dog has joined me.
Oh, that is not elegant.
Oh, Linda, you can't pencil hold either.
I think it really probably comes down to how you're taught. I don't know.
Oh, I know. I hold this way because that's how my grandma told me or showed me.
Well, and then if you look on YouTube, it's like there's more knife holders out there than pencil holders for the crochet. I rarely see anyone pencil holding. But when I do, it's like, oh, they look so dainty.
It does. It looks so elegant and delicate. Yes. Working on granny squares. Oh yeah. Because you're doing that queen blanket, right, Anne? I didn't do it as squares, but I used what was called the Drunken Granny Stitch by that was who did I say did these flowers? Secret Yarnery. But it was back and forth. And I think it's called drunken because they're kind of tilted instead of being straight up and down like a granny traditionally is. But oh my goodness, it probably was 40 to 50 actual hours of working on it. Sorry. That was my phone. Sorry about that.
I need to add that on for when you text me. That's what I need to do.
Yes, that would be perfect. You would definitely know it was me.
And I laugh every time.
And there it goes again. Yes, I bet my son-in-law won't get back to me till tomorrow because that's
fine. Let me,
I'll let you know if he.
I mean, I could probably Google it, but it'd be more exciting to hear it from him.
From the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Yeah, so I hadn't thought about it until you mentioned that.
Had to say.
No. It bothers Linda to watch videos by pencil holders, huh?
Is it? What about? I'm curious. What about it bothers you? Just because it's like you're like looking at it like I don't understand what they're doing, or it just doesn't look right to you, or what? I'm curious. I'm always curious what about.
So Shannon says that the furls with the fat handle,
right? You can't pencil hold, right?
Use pencil hold.
Heard. Yeah.
Interesting. So it needs to be thinner if you're going to do pencil.
That's probably why I think of like the lace or the little mini amigurumis. What do they call micro crochet in my brain? Because the lady I know that micro crochets, I'm pretty sure she pencil holds.
Huh.
But she's using she's used as small as a 0.75 millimeter.
It made my stitches looser where I pencil held though.
Oh, interesting.
That is interesting.
Now you're gonna have to frog it, right?
Oh, see, I'm using a frills right now.
That big of a deal.
But it's all in how you hold. Just hard to see what they're doing. Okay. I am currently I was doing half double crochets. Now I'm doing single crochets. I will show you all that stitch, but I will link the pattern on the flowers because I'm going to put the flowers on the top here. But I'll have to do, because that will be on this other end. Per Chef Lori's suggestion, do some singles at the bottom just to.
Oh, I'm full of ideas. Just ask.
Make it solid.
All kinds of ideas. I just want somebody else to make them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Oh, did you guys see the picture that my granddaughter put
Yes.
uh,
The
put the
dress.
baby doll dress? Did you see the
Uh-huh.
baby doll dress?
Yes, I
Yes,
saw
and
the picture.
she put it on the boy doll because her baby dolls needed to match.
That was cute.
They're twins now, boy and girl. So that's fine.
Yes, they're twins.
Love how children are so innocent, you know.
Oh yeah,
They don't
and
have any prejudice until they're taught it.
Right.
complete logic. Here, we'll kind of hide that. Me show everybody what we're talking about here. Try to get the angle. I had never noticed until I put them right next to each other how much smaller her girl baby doll was than her boy baby doll. And that's very much like my granddaughter and my grandson because she's kind of on the small side and he's huge. Not as huge as yours, it doesn't sound like, Camille, because you were saying your son was like at the very top of the charts,
My
right?
son was like off the charts big when he was a baby.
Send me the link and I'll join. Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
I've heard of people having babies that were like heavier than him. I can't remember. He was like almost 10. Was he almost 10 pounds? Was he? No, he was almost 9 pounds.
You remind him all the time
No.
how big a baby he was.
But he was always in the 90-something percentile. But there were a couple of times when I went to the doctor, he was like off the charts big.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And he's not like an excessively big adult either. Like he's not. I don't know how tall he is. I think he's like 5'10". He's not really like he's average size. Maybe a little on the heavy, but
Oh, hi, Ellen.
Ellen.
Hey.
Hey.
I was just showing Shannon that my granddaughter put that doll dress on her boy baby so that they could match. Her baby dolls could match.
That's cute.
Oh, 9 pounds. Yeah, so my girls were only 7 pounds 6 ounces, and then my second one was 3 weeks early, so she was 5 pounds 8 ounces. She literally came out with one push. The doctor barely got there. I hope you did too, Ellen.
And it's like he's the one that I ate the healthiest with too.
Oh,
So I thought that was interesting.
Hello.
Shannon has joined.
Got me on anyway.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
All right.
You went and put your shirt on.
Well, I kind of brushed my hair a little bit, but so I got to get cleaned up. But, it's been a nice vacation. It's been nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's been nice.
Good. Your daughter's so cute. I love seeing her on the
That was great.
video with you.
She's doing amazing. It's just something fantastic.
Yeah.
You wanted to see this? Let's see if I can put this down. Change seats. We had to put booster stuff up on her chair and everything else. They're the same chair, but she's got pillows and stuff. She's just that much shorter. Short-waisted, whatever. Okay. I know we're not set up appropriately, but whatever. Let me see if I can see it. Okay.
All my daughters are taller than me.
But see this, and then everything is right like this. I hold the shank. That's why I like the Susan Bates needles.
Littles, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the boy needles, the shank is back here. And that to me is way too far because I pinched that. That's where I pinched. That's too far for me to move forward like that. It's cumbersome. So just the smaller movements like this. And these I'm doing back post double crochets at the moment.
So it's mostly finger movements. You're just pretty much moving the fingers.
Yeah. Finger and kind
So
of
you don't want it too far back.
Right. So I'm going like this. That's the whole thing. Just like it's a little
Okay.
sewing machine, just like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think I can do that.
Economy of motion. And that's why the bigger hooks don't work. Or they have
Yeah,
a
no.
bulb
'cause
right
I'm
here
using frills.
because that's going to be this way that you're going to have to grab. I'm like this. And Camille, you've got the squishy hook. Everyone's like, use an ergonomic one. Well, then I'm still trying to hold above that squishy thing.
right.
Mhm.
Then
It's
you don't have
pinching. And
any
that does
neck
right.
space.
And then that doesn't work, right? So that's just everything's preference. One's not better than the other. It's just what are you
Yeah.
using?
I'm doing it, but it's just like janky.
I mean, if it doesn't work for you, then use
Yeah.
what works for you.
Well, I just like a challenge to see if I can do it that way too.
But I mean, you can see, it's good rhythm, right?
Yeah. Oh, geez. That's super freaking quick, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I do my tutorials, I'm not speeding it up.
Wow.
So that's just
You're like crocheting like well, what's her name? The one I say is so fast. You're crocheting Annie fast.
well, my
That's
mom always said I'd
crazy.
get fast. So there you
It
have
just fascinates me when people crochet that fast. I just want to watch them all day long.
Okay, now,
Like, what are you doing? I want to do it like that.
now when you were doing that stuff with Kim, is Kim a pencil or a knife? Because she was fast.
She was really fast.
So
I
who's
don't
that?
know.
Fortunate. Yeah.
I
don't
think
know.
she's a knife holder, but I'm not sure.
But she was starting on that scarf before you guys were done with your hat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the three of us, all the rest of us finished about the same time. Ellen,
Mhm.
Camille, and I, we were all finished really pretty much the same time.
I would have to say y'all finished before me because I made that hat. I stopped because that hat didn't fit me. It fit my grandson. So technically you are faster than me too.
Well, but remember, I have a tiny head, so I didn't have to crochet as much.
Right. Right.
I was also explaining how my sister's hands and feet and head aren't tiny. They're normal proportional size. It's just silly.
Hmm.
And both of my daughters are shorter than me. And the one that's 5 foot has 5 foot tall exactly. Her feet are the same size as mine. So this is why it's nonsense. And yes, I do fall over. I have a balance problem. I do blame my feet being too darn small.
Right.
See, I'd fall over though, but it's not because my feet are small. I don't know why. I'm just clumsy.
Well, I'm that too.
Very accident prone.
Yeah.
He's like sitting
over
there
there.
quiet the whole time until I talk about that, and he's like, "Yeah." Mhm.
Shannon, I forgot what shawl you're working on.
This is out of the Timeless Baby Crochet book. So
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
working on a shawl right now. I'm doing one of the crochet patterns, and as soon as I finish this round, I'm gonna drop and get cleaned up a little better so I can do my video, so I don't have to be up till midnight.
There
Is
you
that
go.
for your grandbaby, the one you're doing right now?
Yeah, it's for one of them. It's for my granddaughter. I should be working on things
hi,
for the
Nifty.
new grandson, but you never know.
Nifty, do you have a channel?
Hi, Nifty. I've seen Nifty before.
Yeah.
Yes, we've seen Nifty before. I just don't recall if
Every once in a while I see a town in Utah called Nibley. I want to live in Nibley, Utah. I think that sounds adorable.
Yep.
I don't see any videos. Okay.
So you're doing which sweater are you doing again? I'm sorry.
There was the poll of what won,
Uh-huh.
and I'm working on the one that won out of this book. I just put out a little poll of the three. So you'll see it tomorrow. You'll see it tomorrow.
I voted, so I think I know which one.
Yeah.
And are
It's
you
not the one I thought was going to win, but there you have it. Yep.
I don't recall. Are you expecting a grandson or granddaughter?
We're expecting a grandson.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was grandson as well.
So
Yeah.
of course I'm making a granddaughter thing. I need to do the grandson things, but
Could be a husband thing.
No, this is not a husband thing. This is girly.
Way too
Maybe-
small, right?
Could be a husband thing.
Did
I
you
did
see
work
the
on
mittens I crocheted?
Mm-mm.
The baby mittens are super cute.
Oh,
Oh,
those are adorable. Those are
They're-
really cute.
They're out of that Kobu
Okay.
cotton bamboo.
Yep.
They have a nice drape to them, nice feel,
Mm-hmm.
a nice hand.
Nice hand.
I'm going to show, because Nifty was here when I've showed this before. I finally finished my sister's sweater. So, has flowers all the way around. I have one end to weave in that I didn't realize till I held it up. Only one though, so that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're making the pockets now,
Just
right?
that one, yeah, I'm making the pockets, so just that one end. But so like I said, 4 designers. I put 4 different
That's
patterns into this.
well, submit that for your things we're making Thursday for January.
Oh, because technically I would have designed it.
You put it all together. So
That's true.
Well, thanks for making Thursday.
Oh, thank you,
January
Nifty.
is pot holders or washcloths. Each month has a different theme.
Yeah,
oh,
which
it's a theme, but then you have to design it.
yeah, correct.
Oh, well, never mind.
I want to do
Monday-
it.
So
but-
January
so
is
many-
pot holders.
There's so many crafters that have gone, I'm out.
Yep.
yeah.
You know, apologetically, but I'm out. I film every day.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
You
I'm
are.
like, I don't have time for that. I film
And
every
that-
day.
That's like Erin. I think she said she's out too because she's already got a lot on her plate.
Right. I have a full-time job and I film every day.
Right.
Well, if I design something, it'll be on accident. So
You won't remember what you did. But it'll look
yeah,
cool. Yeah.
it'll be because I changed something and it
Yep.
to something else. So
That's funny.
Oh, I don't mind making things and going off script, so to speak. But then people are like, well, how did you do that? Write it down. No, because my brain works differently than other people's brains, and I don't think you understand my
Yeah.
notes.
people are gonna want to know stuff, and it's like,
Right.
no.
See, I want to make tutorials and stuff. Like,
It might be motivating for you, Camille. Like
yeah.
give you little bits. Once a month you're designing something.
Yeah, but we'll just have to see like how much does it interfere with all the other stuff I
All
want
the
to
other
crochet.
And that's really it, is the interfering with anything and everything else.
Mhm.
It's kind of like jumping on the bandwagon with all of the make-alongs throughout the year. Like
Mhm.
here's an example. Laura from Mad Mimi with the Wipeout Wednesdays for the washcloths. Sure, I wanted to join. I went out and I looked at the book and everything else. I'm like, I don't want to make these washcloths.
Yeah, I did like,
I wanted to join in.
yeah,
But again, that's how much time to, oh, well, you can whip a washcloth up in how much time? Great, but that's taking away from something
Right.
that you want to do. And then what are you going to do with all the washcloths?
mm-hmm.
Right.
So I had to be disciplined and say, no, I'm not going to play on this one. I will join something else.
Yeah,
I'm, we know I'm not against joining in. That's fine. But I think sometimes it's better to pick and choose.
yeah,
And it's not that one's bad. It's just, if you're not motivated to make it,
Right.
right.
Even my mystery art challenge was really a big deal because you had to make something you didn't even know what you were going to get.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it ended up being a big thing for the person
Mm-hmm.
to make a thing out of it. So
Yep.
a lot of people were once and out, and
Yeah.
because they couldn't deal with it. It wasn't their thing.
I did like 4 washcloths, and it was like, okay, I can't do this. I have to prioritize my Christmas presents.
Well, see, that's what I'm getting at. It's a prioritization.
Yeah.
And, my husband really wants his sweater. And he's like a 2-year-old, an adult 2-year-old. And I don't blame him. He's like, you promised it to me. I want it. And, we've had time and everything. And you're working. And he sees me working on other things. He's like, why are you working on that? Why aren't you working on my sweater? I don't blame him. But,
Right.
if I threw in the washcloths, I think that'd be the draw. This stuff.
But
Yeah.
you've already made him a sweater, or is it the same one with the 3 arms? That's that the one
The
he
3-arm
wants?
sweater is the one that he wants.
Oh, okay. But he's
Yes.
got a green one he can wear.
He gave the green one to our oldest son.
Ah,
He's got the St. Nick one. So he does have one that is the Arcane
Oh.
Fiberworks. So he does have that
Okay.
with the Arcane Fiberworks and worsted weight. And since we moved, we're getting new furniture tomorrow. I know it's exciting.
Exciting.
But
Awesome.
we've been in the basement, which is a lot colder, and that's fine. We've got one of those electric fireplaces things too. And he was down there with his sweater on. I'm like, sweet. That's all it took was putting you in the basement. Good. There you go. And he's like, see, I'm wearing my sweater. Make my next one.
Mhm.
But I was working on his socks. And, you know, he's special because he wants the toe socks. He doesn't want just socks. He wants the big toe separated. He wants ninja socks. So, you know, I'm working on those. And I was thinking,
That's a lot of work.
oh, you know, he's maintenance, right? And I love him. It's worth it. It is. And I was thinking on grabbing all the things that he has had me make him like last year, this year. Like, what was it last year? He got the alpaca fingerless gloves, multiple hats. He claimed hats this year too. He got the sweaters, right? So I did the green sweater. I did the St. Nick sweater. I'm working on another sweater. I'm like, you know, he gets a lot, and he's pretty spoiled.
Yeah.
He likes it. I mean, you know,
My husband's sitting here with his cardigan on.
see?
Yeah, I love it when he walks in from school, from work, and he's like wearing my cardigan. It's like, hey, how you doing?
That's right. See?
Camille, Ellen says that maybe Pima cotton would be good for the baby stuff. If you have any.
It would. I think it would. But I really love this Kobu. If I'm saying it right. I do have some Pima cotton for when I tried to learn how to knit.
I have some cotton, but it was so splitty. I'm like, oh, I can't even work with it. It was horrible.
I have to be really picky about my cottons for that reason.
Now it's splitty. This Kobu it's splitty, but
Yeah.
It's
I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
The True Boo isn't as splitty.
It's not.
No. Or at least not for me. But yeah, cottons I got to be really picky with. But I have not worked with Pima cotton. It's way softer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's super soft. Well, I would say it's about the same softness as this Kobu.
Oh, Lucky Brand. Oh, yeah, you've talked about that before,
Yeah.
huh, Ellen? The Lucky Brand bamboo.
And then I made this. Is this correct me if I'm thinking weird about this? So I made this out of acrylic 4-weight so that I had a pattern because I want to make it out of that cotton, the Kobu. Like, that's not weird to put a baby in that, right? In the Kobu, like cotton diaper cover. Is that going to look weird? I wonder. I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
And are you just doing the one button in the center?
Yeah, it overlaps.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I've seen them where they have them like on the side too. So
I did one. Well, that one, I don't know if your little parts are long enough to do one button, but let me find a picture of the one I did.
That looks awful short. Like, is that going to cover a baby's diaper? I don't feel like it would. Like,
maybe for a couple weeks, depending if it's. Does she usually? Is this one that's already had babies? Is this one of your kids?
Yeah, it's her second grandson.
Okay. Was
her second son? My second grandson.
So was her first son like average or small size?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was
so
on the smaller
for
side.
A little bit, maybe not.
But is it going to cover the diaper? You know, the diapers are kind of long when they're on them.
The newborn diapers are pretty small. What do you think, Shannon?
I don't know.
You're not sure? Okay.
It seems like a squatty butt.
I've got grandkids, but I don't have to change diapers. So
let me go back to October and I'll find that diaper cover that I did. Okay, here's him in it.
That's the thing. Sometimes you make things and it's like you can. Oh, that's cute.
So that's the Grogu. Yeah.
See, that looks bigger though to me.
It's definitely bigger, but he was also. I think that was 6-month size.
Mm-hmm.
6, something like that. Let me see if I can find the actual picture of just the bottoms.
But it's like sometimes you make stuff, and even if you follow the directions, it's like, is this going to fit? So am I going to sit here and make a bunch of things that aren't going to fit the baby? That's going to make me upset.
There it is. There it is. There's the set. Yes, definitely taller. But again, this was 6-month size. I think at best you have newborn.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I'm gonna have to go ahead and drop. I just finished that round and go get ready to do my video, so I'm not up till late
Okay,
tonight.
yes. We need you to not be up too late. And there's my
Can't
book.
wait to see what you're gonna do in the
I
morning.
tape pretty much every day. You know, I got to go tape my stuff. Okay.
Yes. Thanks for
Well, good
stopping
to
by
see you.
and showing us
Bye-bye.
the pencil.
Bye.
It's very
Bye.
fast. That pencil is just gripped so fast, but I tried. I just it's so not comfortable.
She's
So
like
Nifty, if you're
really
still
quick.
here, are you still here, Nifty? So and then Ellen's here now. So I will
What
show
about
you.
a Velcro
Keep back
closure? I
on
thought
because
about that too.
shows. So I finished the sweater. Let me put it on. And the one end I have to put in, and then my silly dog Lebowski.
Good.
You don't.
Mm-mm.
So there's the bottom.
You should make yourself big.
Okay. Okay. So I kind of turned my computer there a little bit. Okay, so there's the bottom.
Nice.
And then the sleeve, you can see all that work there. And then I did the 3 colors of flowers. There's 4 different flowers here in the different colors that my sister requested. And again, there's 4 different. Oh, good. You're still there. Okay. I just wanted you to be able to see the whole thing. But so it's 4 different creators. Let me go back out.
Oh, where did Laura go? Oh, there she is.
She's there.
Oh.
It's Bag-A-Day is this here. I think it's Bay Crochet or something like that. BAE Crochet is the sleeves, and it's got leaves, and it's beautiful. I think it was a 12-row repeat, so it's pretty. So it's beautiful, but it is a lot of work. And then the flowers are all from who did I say? Secret Yarnery.
Mm-hmm. And then somebody else.
And then this is somebody else that was brand new, and it was a silent video. So it's
Not
I
me.
put together
It wasn't one of mine.
4 pieces. 4 pieces. And hi, Michelle. I think you were here previously when I was showing my sister. I made this for my sister. So that's why it's a little bit. She's got much broader shoulders than me. She's 2 or 3 inches taller than me.
Are you done? You
But her arms are
sit?
like normal sized. You know how your arms are supposed to be the same width as your height because my hands are so small. I'm almost 2 inches shorter arm span than height, which is ridiculous. It shouldn't be that much. But anyway, my sister's normal proportions. So that's
your
why
arm span is shorter than your height.
Your arm span, my arm span is noticeably shorter than my
your height,
which it's supposed to be really close to the same.
Uh-huh.
If I didn't have, like, seriously, I don't know if that really gives you perspective. There's the furls hook. That's how small my hand is.
Wow. You have little kid hands.
I do. I have kid hands. My hands have been smaller than my stepdaughter since they were like 10 years old.
My fingers as big. My hands as big as my furl hook.
That's a clover hook.
That's normal size, but yeah, no. I have tiny hands. I wasn't joking.
Guys like women
Yeah,
with
see?
small
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
His hands are huge.
That he feels like he's holding a child's hand half the time. It's ridiculous.
That's
so
the first thing I noticed about my husband
My hands
was
should
how
not
big
be
his
this
hands
small.
were.
What's that? Yeah, no, it was
The first thing I noticed. I couldn't believe how big his hands were. It's like, whoa.
They have the mitts, huh?
Well, I guess it wasn't the first thing I noticed.
Now that's very warm, so I'm taking that.
He had a real big, cute smile.
Michelle saying hi to Linda. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. I'm happy it's mostly done, but now I'm working on a pocket. Where'd my pocket go?
And then every time I say how big I think my husband is, Linda's always saying, my son is 6. How tall is your son again? she's got a really tall son. Like,
So does Shannon. I think Shannon said her son is 6'6". Does that sound right?
I
know
think
she's gone
Linda's
now.
going to be taller than that.
Yeah, she's got to go get her video done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice of her to pop in and show
We
us.
got something to watch in the morning when we get
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Show us how fast she elegantly crochets. Super speedy. I could watch her all day. Like, I literally could sit there and watch her crochet like that for hours.
Yes.
It truly fascinates me to see someone do that.
I think this dog is telling me he wants out. So I'll be right back.
All right. All right. We're just crocheting away right here, aren't we, Lori?
This is probably the most I've gotten done in a couple days.
Is it?
Just sitting here doing this because I get real antsy and I got to do something else. I can't just sit and crochet for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I got it.
I have to get up and, because of my legs, I have to get up and walk a little bit, walk around. Usually I'm walking to the bathroom.
Did you see the part of my video where I told you guys I changed my medicine?
I saw that part. That part I remembered. Yeah.
It has made a huge difference, and it's only been 2 doses. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, I'm so happy.
It must have been so bad that just a dose or 2 made that much difference.
What medicine is it? For what?
Well, I switched from Prozac to Cymbalta, and Cymbalta has stuff in it that affects like pain. It's like painkillers for neuropathy and people with diabetes and fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
Because I told her I'm just sore all the time. And I've never been diagnosed with anything. But she said, well, it's almost the same thing that just has this added thing in it that affects the pain.
Yeah.
And it's working. I'm like, oh
wow.
my God.
So maybe you'll be able to crochet more.
Yeah. And work.
Yeah. And be able to actually do your work. Yeah.
Because I didn't even want to go to work because I knew it was going to hurt so bad. And I told her, I said, I just don't want to go because I know it's going to hurt. But I'm like, I don't feel really bad now. Just sitting here like I used to.
Good.
Which is amazing.
That's great. And you look like you feel better.
Yeah.
Like I didn't notice, but now
hindsight's
sometimes you notice somebody seems not the same, but I didn't notice until now you seem.
Well, I did notice you were crocheting more.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. See, my basement's cold too. This is such a warm blanket. This is the other thing I have to say for this Shannon's pattern. And then also Jennifer said she doubled up the yarn. So
she doubled the yarn and used a bigger hook and it's still that loose?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what
she said. Because it's loose. That was why you used the bigger hook. So it wouldn't be so dense. Wow.
Yeah. And you can see how maybe it was just, it might have just been these squares where she added the sparkly. She said it wasn't maybe it was just the sparkly ones.
Just the pink ones, or
there's a couple. The pink
on the outside, she added a couple. Maybe she added a second one.
So anywhere it's sparkly, because I think that's where it was too.
Are you okay?
I think my cat.
Are you okay?
My cat and my dog are maybe going to get into it here.
What are you doing? You waiting
you
to hear
guys
the
this
right
really
thing?
Amazing.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
Let me find it.
What do you want me to say? What are you waiting to hear?
I got to show you this amazing gift because I know at least Lori knows that I love the clocks, right? So, he's so cute.
You're trying to tell me something. What do you want? What do you want me to do?
He's already had his burping.
Yeah, I think he wants the OUT now.
Oh.
What do you want?
That's what that one wanted.
Want to go out?
I think I'm going to need an OUT.
Yes. So let me show you guys this first. So I'm into clocks.
Okay.
My daughter for her daughter and son-in-law for their honeymoon. They just went to Germany and they went to a cuckoo clock.
Oh wow!
Right.
I've always wanted a cuckoo clock.
I've always
Oh my
wanted one.
God.
And so, yeah, and that's from
Can you make
Germany.
it cuckoo?
It does. I have to do all the setup. She says I have to set it at midnight, but yeah, the battery's in there. You can,
Oh my gosh.
but yeah,
I knew my grandmother had one and she used
Yeah.
to pull the things and
my grandma
I've
had
always
one.
wanted one. Oh my God.
Yeah, so this is from Germany. So they brought it back with
Wow.
them. That's why she got a small one because
Yeah, she
to
had to
transport
fly.
airplane and all that. So they
That
took one
is
of those
so
Viking
fun.
cruises down the Rhine.
Oh wow!
She said it was amazing.
I
And
bet.
spent a couple days in Amsterdam and then a couple days at the other end in Basel, Austria.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the cuckoo clock, I'm
Okay.
so excited about that gift.
I gotta go put my snowsuit on. I'll be
Yes.
back.
Okay.
How do I do this? I stop the camera.
Yeah, stop cam.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go.
You might want to mute it too.
You too. Yeah.
Oh, just watch what I'm saying, huh?
Well, I mean, it's up to you. If you
That's
if you
more
trumpet,
camera. It'll be all right.
people will hear you. My
But
kids
yes.
used to say that
Oh, I
trumpet.
know have that Elsbeth scarf. It's really long. I don't know if it was evident how long it was. I mean, it is.
I like that. I think it's so cute.
Yes. And then, yes, we definitely need to watch. I must not have seen all of Armchair Chef's video today. Sparkle yarn. Which one are you using? Red Heart, roll with it. Okay. I was literally looking at that today. The Red Heart roll with it because somebody had it on sale. Mary Maxim had the Red Heart roll with it on sale. Oh, yeah. This was a Secret Santa gift from, her name is Jennifer Wysocki.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Elsbeth.
She was
Anyway.
the first. She was the first person I ever sent yarn to for mystery yarn.
Oh, Jennifer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing. She got an Amazon delivery.
Oh,
'Cause I
nice.
I didn't.
Oh,
know
so
what
you
to do.
didn't just shop your stash, so to speak.
Well, I didn't have much of a stash back then.
It does take time to develop, and honestly, most of my stash was given to me first by a friend who was clearing out a storage unit and downsizing.
I have a stash now, but I don't really want to give anything away. Like, I want my stash.
Right.
I bought it for
Because
a
if
reason.
you-
I don't
yes.
want to get rid of it.
Right. I think what's helped me is 3 times I've been gifted yarn. First, the storage unit, 4 boxes.
Wow. Yeah, I think I remember you
Not
telling me
as big as
something about
that box, but 4, like
Okay,
what I
that
would say,
too.
like paper ream boxes,
Uh-huh.
at least that big.
Wow.
Then, my friend's mom was giving a bunch away, and I don't know if you've seen the clear plastic underbed IKEA storage. It's as big as this giant chewy box I've got right here. Here,
Yeah.
I'll give you perspective. Okay, so this big,
Oh, wow.
but not that deep, and actually kind of wider.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just half of the yarn from her mom.
Wow.
So she kept the other half. We went through it together. And then my aunt gave me a huge giant bag of yarn. So a lot of my stash has either been from mystery. I did a few mystery boxes and bags and whatever. And then from people being generous and gifting it to me. Do you see that, Patricia? Probably.
Yeah.
Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you.
And then people talk about buying yarn off of like Facebook Marketplace. But
Yeah.
anytime I go there to look at yarn, it's either like too far away, it's not worth the cheaper price, or they're charging like the
Right.
same or more than.
Right.
I'm not going to pay more for your yarn.
Right.
Like,
Right, exactly.
and I don't know where they're getting their prices from. Like,
I have found, so I live in an area that has, my dog was just taking off with my pocket. I live in an area where my next door is actually quite good. So
mhm.
every once in a while I can find
Oh, I hate
a
next
yarn
door.
haul on next door. But yeah, I mean, I live in the suburbs and I'm in a very highly populated area, but it
Uh-huh.
happens to actually be kind of on the,
Edge of a city.
yeah,
Mhm.
we're not a city, but we're not like, but I mean, there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of people that will destash their yarn. And Ellen
Yeah.
said she's just donating hers to seniors on Monday. Do you go to, do you have a nursing home near you, or what kind of seniors yarn
You
that you got that you didn't care for? Yeah.
You're talking about her. You're talking to her,
Ellen,
right?
Ellen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most who sell on Marketplace are overpriced. Yeah. I mean, for some things, Marketplace is great, but
Not for
But-
yarn, in my
yeah,
experience.
for yarn, my next door, every time it's always been more priced more than I was even interested in. And I feel like next door isn't as bad as Marketplace. So
Mhm.
I've found a lot of great kid stuff on Nextdoor, or baby stuff.
People
my-
complain too much on Nextdoor in my area.
Yes, I just go to the for sale section.
I don't like listening to them complain about this and that.
Yes.
Like, geez, people.
I did one time when I very first got my cats, the big fatty orange guy. He had gotten out. He was still a little tiny guy. He had gotten out the front door, and I didn't realize it till I don't even know how much longer later. Well, we both posted on Nextdoor the people 3 houses up that had grabbed him, and then I posted, but neither of us saw each other's posts somehow. But he was the guy, the neighbor, was walking around and asking, "Do you know whose kitty this is?" and showed me a picture. And he happened to ask a girl who was friends with one of my stepdaughters that was just there. They just live a couple houses away. And she says, "No, I know exactly whose cat that is." But I mean, we had posted, but that's the only time I've used Nextdoor that way, because yeah, I'm with you on the complaining. I pretty much immediately go to for sale, or if I'm looking for a recommendation, I'll look. So plumber.
If I lose a pet, I'll go on Nextdoor.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very useful for that. Because
So
people will post there, at least in my neighborhood. And my daughter says her next door is useless, but she lives in an area where it's, a lot of apartments. There's a lot of people that don't stay, or they're elderly and they're not using those apps. Like,
see, I feel like Nextdoor is used by the elderly around here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And they want to talk about politics on there.
Yes, that's why I avoid
that
area for sure.
Yeah. I used to not.
Yeah.
I used to go stir stuff up. Because I'm not
your center. Okay, see, that's nice. I've not gotten to where I have enough to donate, because either I've given it to Mystery Yarn Challenge, which I don't, I don't know if somebody's going to pick that up or not, because Elaine, was it?
If I was to get into any challenge where you had to send yarn, I would have to go buy yarn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Still, I would have to go buy yarn. Or I guess I might like dye some yarn for that person.
Oh, that'd be nice.
But which I think some people would appreciate.
Nextdoor, it's an app, and you have to put in your address to verify, so it gives you stuff that's local, but as Camille was saying, sometimes it's totally not local. But you said that more with your Marketplace, right? But yeah, it's just an app where you can, it's sort of like Facebook, but local is how I would describe it.
But if you lose a pet, go on Nextdoor.
If you lose a pet, it
Uh-huh.
is the best, quickest way to find. Or not that this would be you, Linda, but like, let's say you were looking for, well, maybe this would be you that I just thought of context. Like you were looking for somebody to house sit for you while you went on vacation or something. Or we're talking about the Nextdoor app and yeah, no pets. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it would be useful to you at all, Linda.
Are you okay?
Do you use Nextdoor at all or anything, Chef Lori?
I used to, but then I kept getting notifications from people in my neighborhood about stupid things.
Yeah, that's what Camille was
And
saying.
I got
Yeah.
rid of it.
I only ever go on there. I block the notifications, but I go on there sometimes to see if stuff for sale. And we did sell. We had this really cool bed for the now 14-year-old stepdaughter. It looked like a little castle. And then it had a bookcases built into it, so it was kind of like a loft bed, but you could put another bed underneath too if you wanted. Anyway, we sold it on there, and I'm still friends with the lady that bought it, which is funny.
Our next door is like Bobby Joe was speeding down the road, and somebody needs to tell his grandma have a talk to him.
The funniest thing about my next door is that it's people like, does anybody know why there's police activity at this and this intersection?
Yes. What's happening at Walmart? Why are there police trucks at the Walmart?
I actually might know the answer to that, but I'm not telling you all.
Right.
Are you okay?
Because that's Nanya business.
Are you okay?
These people were walking down the road.
You want to come sit? Where you want to sit?
They shouldn't have been walking on our road.
Right?
You want to sit with mom?
Yeah, but yes, Linda, you don't need Nextdoor unless you don't have pets. You probably wouldn't be looking for a house sitter.
Unless you want to just laugh at them, you might get some humor out of it.
Yes, you might do it for the entertainment for a little bit.
Okay. What you want? What you want?
Freaking people are crazy. People are strange.
People are strange. That is the truth.
The doors got it right.
I'm moving out of your way. Okay, how's that? Is that better?
But yeah, it's
There you go. There's your blankie. Okay.
It's good for what it's good for. I mean, like I said, even though
Mom.
that's not ultimately how I found my kitty, had he not actually gone door to door and talked to somebody that was friends with my stepdaughter.
Yeah.
That's how I would have found my kitty. Literally 3 houses up the road. And I said, he's never been outside the house ever. And the guy said, yeah, I could tell because he couldn't figure out how to jump up on the fence. He was only 4 months old at the time. So he was a little kitten and had never been outside.
Our cat Thor got out the other day and he ran out the front door and he ran around to the back door. So I went out the back door to get him and he ran back around the front door and came back in. Like that's how it was, just a quick trip around the house.
He just needed to run around the block.
He just wanted to see.
One of my stepdaughters has ADHD and sometimes I see her just like be really fidgety sitting. I said, go run around the kitchen island a little bit. It'll make it better. And it does. So your dog just needed to run around the house like she runs around the kitchen island.
My cat, but yeah. I don't have a dog.
Oh, you just said, yeah, I never thought I was going to have dogs again. I haven't had dogs since, oh my gosh, what year was that? 2006? 2006. It's the last time I had dogs. And then our stepdaughter, the 17-year-old stepdaughter, came to live with us 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And she had Lebowski here. Here's his ears. He's got that floppy ears. He's a cutie. And then, yeah, so that's how I ended up with dogs. She's got another dog now too, but the cats are my thing. But Lebowski likes me. My husband is Lebowski's favorite, though. which is funny because he's not all that into pets. But he's nice to you, huh? Oh, speaking of, we're going to go all the way back. Speaking of Prozac, I don't know if you were aware of this. My orange cat is on kitty Prozac because he licks his belly. He does what's over grooming, and so they think it's anxiety. And so he licks his belly bald, but he's on kitty Prozac, and now it's much better.
That wasn't why I was taking it.
You weren't licking on your belly? Good to know you weren't.
My belly's bald, but I wasn't licking it.
I couldn't take Prozac. That made me freaking crazy.
I was good with it for a while, but I would only take it like 3 to 4 days a month. It was really, my doctor said mine was, all my stuff seemed hormonally connected. But then I was having more struggles after the migraines started happening. And so she's like, okay, we'll just take it every day. By the 30th day, I had so much anxiety and I had such bad nightmares. They listed as an allergy now for me.
Huh.
So, yeah.
So you had a reaction to it that caused negative. It was negative reaction.
Yes.
Wow.
So
I better pay more attention to what's happening.
Yes.
In case I have a reaction to something. I never think about that.
Right. Yes. I'm a side effect queen. That's what I learned from all the migraine meds. I've tried so many different daily meds. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't most of the time just get side effects.
Prozac affected my libido and made me
that's very common.
Very aggressive and angry.
Yes, angry. Yes, it can make it. I had that tendency as well. By that 30th day, I contacted my doctor. I said, I am not taking this anymore. I am not myself.
Yeah, I didn't even go 30 days on it. It was like 2 weeks max. And I was
2
like,
weeks straight. Yeah, I might not have made it to 30 days either. Yeah.
But I don't take anything anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, I have depression still, but I've learned how to manage it without meds.
I go to something called neurofeedback, and that's helped with all the anxiety stuff.
Now I still have anxiety though.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I was getting anxiety so bad I didn't even feel safe to drive anywhere. Like I get so stressed, but the neurofeedback fixed that. He's needy puppy.
What is neurofeedback?
So they attach these things to your head. Well, they got to do a brain map first, where you have this cap and they like map your brain activity, and then they like train your brain waves based on whatever issue they're seeing in your brain mapping. But it's really effective for the stepdaughter with ADHD. We had stopped going for a little while, and she said, I need to go back.
It's temporary. It's not like a permanent fix.
It can permanently fix, but something like ADHD, where it is like permanently part of your
chemistry or whatever,
your chemical imbalance or whatever that is, your neurodivergence, we'll call in that one. It helps like permanently to some degree, but not as well. Like when she's out of school, then I don't think she'll need it to function in everyday life. But in a school setting, when you have ADHD,
it was a nightmare with my son at school.
It's rough.
Yeah.
And you have to, having taught a lot.
And then he also got bullied.
Right.
Because he had ADHD.
Right. And Cinnamon Stitches talks about that with Lucas,
And it's ridiculous.
Rough. It's kids are mean. Well, a lot of people are mean.
The teachers were as mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so frustrating.
And he's very intelligent, but he forgets everything. He just truly forgets everything.
Yeah.
And needed help. And it's like, oh well. Yeah.
Good night, Ellen.
Night,
Thanks
Ellen.
for stopping by. Yeah, it's late where you're at. Definitely.
Yeah. What time is it? 11:30. So it's like 12:30 where she's at. But yeah, it was frustrating. I I should have taken him out and put him in that UT homeschool program that I put my other daughter in. I think that I would have had more success. He would have missed out on that bullying BS and all that stuff, and that affected him like depression wise and anxiety wise. And he, there was other stuff he had going on. But I think had I known, had someone said, hey, do you know UT has a program where you can go to school online at home, I would have taken him out of school and putting him in that.
Yeah, we have up at University of Northern Colorado. That's that's our main college for teachers. Metro downtown Denver is too, but UNC, they have a lab school that's like what you're talking about. It's specifically like you're choosing to put your kid there, and they're really trying to be really forward with their educational tools that they're using and different stuff. So yeah, those college programs sometimes are really what's best for kids that are just not cookie cutter kids.
Yeah, because he graduated COVID year, and when they took him out, they did it online.
Yep. He was done, right?
He zip through and he was done.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but if you don't know, you don't know, right?
No,
right. Did the best I could, but it was frustrating.
I forgot already. What are you working on, Linda?
She was working on sleeping, I think.
Well, yeah, she's
probably done with that by now. It's been so long.
She's been practicing knitting.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. She had quite a bit of something done. I can't remember when she posted it, yesterday or the day before.
She's amazing. Her work, Linda, your work is amazing.
Yeah.
You're still here.
Yeah, she does. She does a lot of that, like thread work too.
Yeah.
And she did all her pictures herself. I didn't have to do anything. She had everything all printed up and written up, and I just popped it in my videos. So
that's
Linda,
nice.
Yep, she had everything all ready. She should be doing videos. She must be have the tech down. She should be able to do that. That's one of the hard parts.
Yeah. I think not everybody wants to do the videos though,
Yeah.
But she does have good work. Like, I feel like there's a lot of us that could learn some stuff from Linda.
For sure.
Some of these ladies that don't have a channel, it's like, oh, I wish I could learn from you.
Like Deb. Deb Marina. Yeah.
Yeah. But not everyone wants to do that.
Right.
Even Cecilia, she does have a channel, but she doesn't do much on it. And right now she has to move. Her son is moving. She lives with her and her husband live with her son. And she says they have to do it on their own. And I'm like, oh my God, the woman they should not have to do it on her own.
Aren't they in their 80s?
On her own?
Yes.
So they have to move on their own?
That's what she told me. I don't know if her son bought a new place. He had to leave where he was at, and she lives with them, but I'm hoping they have more room. She didn't even have room for anybody to send her yarn. I think they must have had like a bedroom for both of them, and that was it.
I think Lana rents a room from her son or someone.
Lana was saying that she just rents a room. So yeah.
She's got her room filled with yarn from what I understand.
Yes. That's what it sounds like.
Yarn
and I get the quiet place. It's just because my stepdaughters aren't in the house at all that I'm here instead of up in where I have more yarn.
Because I just don't have a nice place or a quiet place to video.
Yeah,
I don't exactly have a nice place. That was another thing that caused me to not like. I waited. Yeah, I waited until this room was painted before I started doing videos because I didn't want, you want it to be aesthetically pleasing if you can. And
Get it?
I
Yeah.
mean, if y'all saw this house, y'all would laugh because I mean, we've got tile pulled up in the dining room because we had foundation problems we had to fix.
Ah, that's so miserable.
Mhm.
Foundation.
And I mean, there's still tile pulled up in the dining room. It's not the prettiest house.
Let me move my cuckoo clock.
Our AC, our central AC doesn't work. We use window units in the summer.
There he goes. Here's the puppy again.
Oh, in Texas, you use window units? Wow.
But you know what? It doesn't make our electricity, I honestly think, is cheaper than when we had the central AC going.
Well, you can cool just the room you're in, which is
Right.
handy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Central AC can be
Yeah.
expensive. We have solar panels, so for us, like summer, it's
Yeah.
cheap.
Is it too humid there for swamp coolers in
Swamp
Texas?
coolers, yeah.
Because I had swamp cooler in California, and that was nice.
I don't know what a swamp. You mean?
I think it is.
Evaporative cooler. It uses water and evaporates, and it throws cold air based on the water that runs through
Is it like a thing that goes outside?
Yeah, it goes in the window. It's a big.
It can go in the window, or it can go in an attic and be central, like attached to your central.
Yeah, yeah.
We have those that like outs for you to use outside.
Oh,
it's not for like something you put water in and then it just runs. It's actually cooled. It has to be cooled down.
To the water. So,
but if it's humid, it doesn't work. It has to.
Yeah,
be
I think
it's humid here.
Yeah,
it's
the opposite of humid here, and
we're not as humid as Houston is, but we're pretty humid.
Right, because you're not too close to the coast.
No,
right?
I'm in North Texas. I'm like 5-6 hours from Houston. North of Houston.
So I wonder that you might be like 5 or 6 hours from me too.
I'm like not far from Dallas at all.
Okay. Yeah. No, maybe that's 8 hours.
I can't. This is 7 hours, Lori.
You're close to Denver, right?
From me.
Oh, from you? So it's got to be closer than that.
Vegas is 7 hours, and she's way further down than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a long way.
Alexa, how far from Denver to Dallas? We'll just do that.
From Denver, Dallas is 788.1 miles away by car.
788 miles. So however long that would take. That's closer than Vegas for sure for me.
For you?
Although
8 hours drive.
Because we're more to the top of Utah. It takes a while to get to the bottom.
Because to Salt
Lake. 4 hours to get down to the bottom.
Right. Because
it's longer than it looks.
We don't like when we're headed, like we've gone to Vegas a couple times and then we go through Vegas to LA.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go through Salt Lake because it's much further north.
Oh, no. When I was going back and forth to Vegas, it was just like 4 hours.
Yeah, I can see
one
that.
way.
Yes, from Cali. Yeah.
But where I'm at now, it's like 6-7 hours to get.
Yeah, from where we're at, it's just about, if you could drive straight there, just about 12 hours to Vegas. But Dallas is definitely closer than Vegas to me.
Dallas is closer. Texas.
Dallas
is up higher.
Do what?
Because it's almost
higher than Nevada.
Just a little over.
Dallas.
Yeah,
is further north than Nevada, Las Vegas, I would say.
Yeah,
is it that pointy thing up at the top of the square? Because Nevada's at the bottom of the state. I mean, Vegas is at the bottom of the state. But isn't Arizona's on top? Okay, I am totally off on my geography.
No, Arizona is kind of like, okay, so Nevada's kind of here, and then Arizona's kind of here. Because Arizona has a corner attached to Colorado.
We go through Arizona to get here, a corner of it.
Yeah.
On the 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're further south than Las Vegas is.
Yeah, but you're basically due south of Denver-ish, right? You're just a little east and a lot south.
Southeast of Denver, yeah.
Southeast, yeah. Well, how long would that, Alexa, how long to drive from Denver to Dallas? Let's see that. Yeah. That'll help me put it in perspective.
A long time because you can't go across.
Right. Can't go as the crow flies.
Yeah.
Alexa's not answering me. She doesn't like my questions anymore.
Here, let me do driving to Denver.
Yes, there you go. and I am actually south of Denver,
Mhm.
but that's easier, just Denver.
Yeah, the bigger city.
I'm not as far south as Colorado Springs, though. Where did Shannon say her daughter lives? Did she say Fort Collins?
12 hours and 25 minutes.
Oh, it's the same distance as Vegas then.
813 miles.
Okay.
And then add another 30 minutes because I'm actually 30 minutes away from
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So you
This-
are further away from.
mhm.
It's a long day drive. It's like a 2-nighter. That's a
Mhm.
2-day drive.
Yeah, that is a two-drive
That's a
drive.
Yeah,
two-day.
it's like boring drive because you're going through the
Yes.
panhandle of Texas too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. My husband used to with the National Guard.
Mhm.
He's a parachute rigger. I don't know if I've mentioned that he's a crazy man and jumps out of airplanes.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's what he does for the Army.
He must
or the
be
National
good.
Yeah,
He's
right.
still here.
Yes, he's a jump master. He's had well over 100. I think he said close to 400 jumps.
Wow.
300. I can't remember. It's a lot. But they would pack parachutes in Colorado, and then they would drive them down for one of the National Guard companies down there to do jumps down in Texas. So he was going down to Texas, but then they moved who they serviced and whatever. So he doesn't go to Texas anymore, but he used to. He was in Austin, and he had been out drinking with his Army buddies, and that was the first time he told me I love you. That was
I'll be right back.
He
Sorry.
was drunk, and
Aw.
so I didn't know if he knew that he told me. So I
It
said,
was a drunken I love you.
yes, it was.
That's funny.
And I was like, I wasn't sure. So I didn't exactly
I don't
say
think those
that
count. I don't
because
know.
I didn't think
Or
it-
do they count? Because
right. I don't know. And so the next day he said, well, you didn't say anything about what I said last night. I said, well, I wasn't sure you were going to remember what you said last night. And he said, I remember. And I said, yes, I love you too.
Aw.
But yes, that's I have fond memories of his trips to Texas. But that was all the way down in Austin, and Austin's like toward the very south.
Mhm.
It's not as far south as Houston, but or was it Houston? No, it was San Antonio. Let me get the city right. San Antonio, which that's where the Riverwalk is, right? Now we need you're on the sweater. No, you just got dog hair all over this. That's what dogs are good for, right?
Oh yeah, I have usually find a third dog under the couch, and
Yeah.
when I check my fan blades, oh my god, it was disgusting. I couldn't, because I always leave the fan running. I never shut it off.
Right.
But because the vent comes out right above it, it was all full of hair. I'm like, oh my god, that was gross.
I forget Fiberfloozy's name. I know you know. I hear it. Fiberfloozy. What's her name? Her actual name?
I don't know.
Oh, West Texas. Oh, so you're close
I
to.
don't see her on my channel much.
You're close-ish to Camille then. 4 hours from Dallas. Oh, okay.
Closer.
Oh, hi, Nifty.
Nifty's back. Hi.
Where are you at again, Nifty? I feel like you're
Are you done? Okay. come on.
Linda. You're in
Come on.
Michigan. Okay. Jill, that's right.
Are you done?
Thank you, Nifty. Jill, yes.
There you
Yes.
go.
I don't know, Jill. I know
There you
you watch Another Yarn. I'm pretty confident. So this is Another Yarn's pattern, but I got this for from my Secret Santa through Armchair Chef Lori there, and it's Another Yarn, Shannon's pattern.
Joys Around the World.
Joys
It's
Around the
based
World.
on a quilting pattern.
Yes.
And so it's done with crochet.
What kind of sandwich? I gotta know. What kind of sandwich you making? Oh, hey, Shannon's back. Hey, did you hear us talking about you?
I did. I did.
We were talking about this.
Look at she got all dressed up for us too.
Oh, look at that.
Told
Yes,
ya.
it's for us, not our own video.
Told you I had to get a little, come on now.
Yeah.
So give us a sneak peek. What's going on tomorrow morning? What's our topic?
What I started in this.
Oh yeah, the sweater.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the sweater.
Yep.
I love the one on the cover. It's so beautiful.
Isn't that
there are
pretty?
so many amazing ones in here.
Wow.
I mean, look at that. They're just
Oh, that sounds
fantastic.
good. Sorry.
And so I had a community poll out there. I put 3 of them on the community poll, and the one that won is the one that I started.
It was not the one that you thought it was going to be, or the one
Correct.
that you wanted.
It is not the one I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to have to make some more. That's how that means, right?
Yes, that is what that means.
Now
Didn't that happen when you were saying which amigurumis or the order to make the different amigurumis or something? It was never what you were expecting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Was that good dinner?
Yep. Same thing.
Was that good dinner?
I
Okay.
got hubby's socks downstairs that I'm working
Come
on. I
sit.
just figured I'd pop in. It's like, oh, you guys are still chatting. Let me see the link is still there.
Nathan's back. Yay.
I was asking, did you say the other day that does your daughter live in Fort Collins? Is that what you said?
No,
Or
she's
did-
down south. She's
She's in the Springs. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why I had Fort Collins in my head because I was thinking I didn't think you had the ones up north.
no. All the other ones are close within a 10-mile radius of us. She's the
Nice.
farthest one out.
Yeah.
So that is that.
Ryan's dad used to live in Colorado.
Oh, what part?
I don't know, and he's sleeping. Where'd your dad live?
Hmm?
Where'd your dad live in Colorado?
In Colorado.
Uh-huh.
There's so many areas.
It's true.
What would
He doesn't know.
what would you call it?
He was like out in the boonies.
Yeah.
Was it a mountain town or on the plains? South, central, north?
It's called Canyon City.
Oh, Canyon City. Okay, south central-ish. That is about 200 miles from where I'm at. Or no, 100 miles. Sorry. 100 miles from where I'm at. A little more than 100 miles. So
Yeah.
just to put that's way south.
Yeah.
But
Is
yeah,
it
Canyon City,
south
yeah.
of it? Hmm.
Canyon City's where most of our prisons are. The big ones. It's the big prison is down there. And then right next to that is a tiny little city called Florence, and it has the Supermax for the whole country. So
Huh.
that's really cool. Oh, from the Colorado Springs. What did you think of Colorado Springs? Jill? It's pretty.
Jill is fiber floozy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's where oh gosh, her name left my head. The one that does Buggy Creek. Why can't I think of her name?
That's where my dad went for like boot camp for
Nancy.
Thank you. Oh, that's where you went to boot camp at Fort Carson. Yep.
for
But
the Army.
Nancy, that's where Nancy was when she had her heart attack. Was in Colorado Springs, right? Poor
Yeah,
lady.
she was here in Colorado. I mean, the altitude will get people.
Oh,
People
it
don't
will.
Realize that?
Really?
Altitude's-
Yeah. Oh, altitude sickness is a thing. We sell
It's a
cans of
real
oxygen.
thing.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And then okay, so my house, I'm already a mile high, 5280. Okay, 5,280 feet,
Right.
right? That is a mile high. So my
Yes.
house in my
Okay.
living room don't have to move at
You want
all.
a
I'm
blanket?
already at a mile high.
Do you want a blankie?
So if I want to go for a walk up a hill, you're at altitude. You're definitely you're gonna feel it.
Huh.
Right. You have to make sure you're super hydrated, and you have to make sure you're taking it slow enough and not
Do you want to go get drinks?
changing altitude too quickly,
Oh, you want to come? Oh, you want to come sit?
or it will really get you. Even us that live here, we can feel the effect.
I guess I better we talk about going and living on a mountain somewhere.
Okay.
Like maybe we need to make sure we're okay with that before
Check.
we.
You want to
this
sit
is
with your
for-
sister here?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and Just make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
you're taking it slow and
You wanna
that you
sit
give
here?
your body time to adapt and you
wanna sit
hydrate.
here
And
with your sister?
like you can buy in the
You wanna sit
airports,
here?
you can
You wanna
buy
sit here?
cans of oxygen, and I
Sister's
suggest
right here.
having those
You can sit
available to
here
yourself
if you
What?
want.
because
Oxygen will get you high.
Sit here. He
Well,
likes
lack
being
of
with
oxygen
you.
will make you pass out.
right.
Yeah.
He
That
likes
too.
being with you.
So
That's
you can take a
nice.
pic.
Yeah.
Huh.
Good girl. Let your sister.
Yeah.
I knew
But
this lady in X-ray when I was in X-ray school. This lady, this is a horrible story, but she was like my mentor lady. But she liked to drink, and she would come in feeling horrible the next day and sit and breathe the oxygen, and then she'd be fine after like 30 minutes. She wouldn't feel drunk anymore.
So that's another
Wow.
thing. If you do like to
Oh, that's
have
cool,
a
Linda.
beer or what have you, and you
Oh,
are
yeah.
visiting a higher altitude state, it
Yep.
will kick your backside a whole lot faster. So,
See, it'll kick my backside with just one drink now because I don't hardly ever drink anymore.
Well,
So
that's
at
not doing it.
altitude, it will be even worse.
It'll be even worse.
right.
Because
So
I'm
I
not,
don't
saying, I'm not
drink.
saying don't drink. You know, yes, you're an adult. You do what you want to do.
Right.
I'm just giving you a little
just be
heads
real
up
cautious.
Yeah. that if you're,
Really
if you're at the
cautious.
airport and you're like, oh, I'm just going to have a drink at the airport and take off. If you're not used to the altitude to begin with, that might not
Okay.
be a wise move.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
I used
choices, choices in life.
I used to drink more regular, but we just don't care for it anymore.
Yeah, I had so here in Colorado, about once a month, I would say I'll have a little bit of wine, and I call it a Utah pour. You know, the 1 ounce Utah pour. That is as much as I can take. But when I was in Belfast, Northern Ireland, because then it's sea level, I would have a glass of wine. I ended up having an entire bottle of this wine that I really liked to myself, but I would have a glass and then I would have a glass of water and then I'd have a glass of wine, and then I'd have a glass of water. I could never do that here, but and then my brother-in-law, he's like, "You're not going to get a proper hangover doing that." I'm like, "That's the point."
Right. Who wants a
You
hangover?
don't want the
water.
hangover.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, that's why I'm doing it. And I barely felt the effect of an entire bottle of wine. And now it was over hours. It's not like I was slamming them back or anything, but here there is no way I could do that.
I used to drink wine every night.
Oh yeah, what kind did you like, out of curiosity?
I like white
Whites,
white
yeah.
wines. Yeah.
I
But
like sweet whites.
suddenly one day my body's like, "No, you don't need that anymore."
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, it can be hard on your body too. And then the older we get, the more medications we take, and then there's
Oh,
other
I'm not
issues.
on any meds. I'm
Oh,
not
you're
on any
lucky.
meds.
Lucky
Me
lady. I
neither.
wish I could say that.
I'm 55 years old and I'm not on any meds. The doctor keeps trying to put me on meds. Can we give you some meds? Not a joke.
Yeah.
Not a joke. I go in for a physical and they want to do every test. No, you're not scoping me. You're not doing this. You're not. No, I don't care. Leave me alone. And
I take an occasional anxiety pill. That's it.
No, I'm not on anything. I take multivitamins. That is it. And then they did the skin exam. Let's do. You're over 50. Let's look at your skin. It's like, your skin is remarkably clear. Yes, it is fine. I have some spots or whatever, and they're like, we can give you a cream. We can give you a steroid. We can give you this. No, I don't want your drugs.
No, I don't want them.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have to take so many things from
I don't want them till I have to have them.
Right.
Nope.
And even then, I don't know if I'm going to want them.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I was sick earlier in November, I had a physical scheduled. So I went in and everything, and they're like, and I called and I said, "Hey, I'm sick," and they're like, "Well, do you want to cancel your appointment?" No, I would like to be seen. I'm sick. I just don't really care if I have a physical. And then there's the back and forth. Well, we can't do your physical and see for sick. You have to pick.
Right.
Like, this is why I don't deal with you guys. I just don't care, right?
Yeah.
So went in and she's like, "Well, we can prescribe this heavy antibiotic. It's got a lot of side effects." Yeah, I don't think so. And then and I had a cold sore at the time because being sick, I was run down and everything. And, I ended up getting a cold sore. And she's like, "Is that a cold sore you have?" "Yes, it is." So she's like, "Well, here, we can prescribe," what is it, Valtrex? I think it is, because it's herpes, right? It's herpes.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
here, let's prescribe this, you know, and I can give you 2 or 3 prescriptions in case you get another cold sore, then you can have it because generally it's the first tingly feeling that you feel, then you take said med and you're good. All right, whatever. So went and got that, and hubby ended up picking it up because, you know, we went over to the pharmacy and they're like, that'll be an hour before we can get your 5 pills. Okay, whatever. So he would, I'm like, I'm out. I don't want to hang out around here for that long. So
Mhm.
I read side effects on everything. I am not putting that crap in my body, you know.
Right.
So I have this, you know, he pays for it. We have pills, whatever, you know, got it. And I'm reading this, and the side effects on this are crazy. And then they have the here's the common ones: feeling of disinterest and dissatisfied. Dude, I want to get rid of cold sore. I don't want to commit suicide. That's a common one. Okay,
Right.
that is common. So you went through that, you know, and there were a lot of things like that. And then the ones that they didn't rate because they just didn't want to, of they have symptoms, but they don't tell you what your percentage chance of are. And that was thinking people can hear your thoughts, hallucinating. These are you know, for a cold sore. I'm like, dude,
What?
I'm keeping the cold sore. I am not joking. So go look up the side effects for Valtrex,
Oh my
the common ones, and then the
goodness.
unrated ones. So they were like, I don't want to be a schizoid person
Right.
because I want to get rid of a cold sore. So it was people hearing my thoughts, thinking people can read my mind. These were actually listed. I'm like, hey, I don't need that, right? You know,
We laugh at drug commercials on the
Right?
TV. It's
Oh,
like,
right.
what the hell? Why would you take that?
Exactly. I'm like, you know, also the cold sore can go away maybe 2 days early, maybe 3 days early.
Right.
But now I'm going to think that people are talking to me that aren't. I'm going to be paranoid. I'm
Right.
going, no.
Sounds great.
No.
So here, Shannon, I'm going to actually help you out if you ever feel that cold sore. There is something called L, as in the letter L,
Mhm.
lysine, Lysine.
Yep.
It's a supplement.
Mhm.
You take that when you feel it. No side effects.
Yep.
Fixes the cold sore. At least in my experience.
Yeah.
You know, the best thing to take when you've got like sinus stuff going on is drink some rosemary water.
Oh, rosemary. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like rosemary, mint. One time I was like, okay, let's see. Now, when I drank the wine, I have to admit I slept a lot better. But since I don't do that anymore, one time, because we have an herb garden. We have quite a few herbs every year. And I took some, what was it? Lemon. It wasn't lemongrass. It was like lemon balm. We grew some lemon balm and I made some tea with it and it made me sleepy. I should be drinking that every night.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I suggest magnesium sleep gummies. They're great. So magnesium glycinate is the best option if you can get the liquid form for going to sleep. My brother-in-law, he drive out in Belfast. He drives a ambulance. There we go. There's the word I was looking for. And he says, do the magnesium glycinate.
The only, you know, it's like, what have I not tried for my sleep problem? Because I've had sleep problems since I took call in my early 20s. I've taken everything, tried everything at least once for my sleep problems, except for maybe whatever drugs they've come out in the last 10 years.
Did you ever do the Ambien and do weird things?
No, I didn't do weird things. But
I know somebody that had that happen. Sleptwalked right out the house.
Really, those kind of drugs they'll work for 2 or 3 days and they just don't work anymore. So, hey,
You're
Bridget,
in the UK, right? Bridget. Queenscraft just
Is that Queen Bridget? I just saw.
Bridget.
I saw her today.
Okay, so Jill, and if Jill is still here, and then Bridget, I will show this once again.
Bridget was calling out in the hooker
All that
versus
work,
hooker
you
show.
better show it.
Say that again, Shannon.
Bridget was doing the call outs on the hooker.
Oh yes,
versus
she was
hooker.
calling everybody out.
Man, She's like, no baby tots, no tiny tots. You are making an adult. I was loving it. I was
Yeah, it was great. I'm glad she set very clear parameters. So anyway, I made
was
this
cracking up.
cardigan for my for my sister. I don't have any stepsisters.
Laura,
But...
you should make yourself big when you show that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me do that.
You have to remind her.
Yes, I don't remember. I'm not a live queen yet. I have one end to do, but this part's Bag-A-Day pattern. These flowers are different flowers. They're Secret Yarnery. My sleeves, I think it's Crochet Bae, BAE, or something like that. And then these, I don't remember the creator because I just found this last night and finished these up today. This one's silent, but yes. And I'm already too warm, so I will take that back off. But thanks, Bridget. It's just, you're sleepwalker. Okay.
By the time your sister gets that, it's going to be worn out.
Yeah, well, I'll put it in for her, right?
It'll be nice and soft.
Yes. I do typically, because I don't know who all saw that, but the dog was laying on it, and I'm like, great, now it's covered in dog hair. So I wash them anyway, usually before I send her anything. Not that she's allergic or anything. It's just, I don't want to send her something that's got dog hair all over it.
Yeah.
But yes.
Get one of those, oh my God, what are they called? The roller things.
Oh, lint rollers.
Yeah.
The problem is something about this dog's hair. Lebowski is the dog that was over here. It like sticks in things. So even the lint rollers doesn't like seem to pull it
off.
It's almost like it's barbed. I don't think it is, but that's what.
My Zena's hair is like that. The Chihuahua.
Okay, so yeah,
sort of the hair will poke in, and then it just like
it doesn't come out easily. Yeah, it's very annoying. Very annoying. All
this
together.
poncho's like my blanket. It just never ends.
You have been really working on that a long time.
I usually only work on it during the lives, though. So.
Oh, okay. The poncho.
Yeah, because it's easy for me to keep work. I don't have to count anything.
What you want?
Oh yeah, we should let you go to bed, Linda. Thanks for sticking around and telling us about Michigan and having the
Bye, Linda.
I was also born in Michigan.
See you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tomorrow, today.
Is it today?
It's
not yet.
It's tomorrow for me.
Not here.
It's midnight.
I gotta go upload my video. I filmed it, but that's as far as I got. I gotta go get that thing uploaded.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others.
Takes so long, it seems like.
Sometimes they do, but this is like a 24-minute one or something like that. It should be fine.
Those still take me like almost an hour. I don't know. I guess I don't have the best upload speed here.
Oh no, they will do that, and then turning on and all the other stuff and trying to put the whatevers and.
And then I uploaded an hour video, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like, it takes almost a whole 8 hours for StreamYard to update on YouTube when I do a live.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like, well, I guess I'll edit that in the morning. Well, I guess I can edit it, but I can't edit the actual video if I want to edit the video. I can only edit the description.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
I should go do my stuff so then I've got company coming over tomorrow and we're getting furniture delivered. Yay.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm
You'll
so
have
happy
to give us
for
a tour
you.
when you get it set up.
Yeah.
You can do a members only tour and then we can see.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to join your members if you're going
Right.
to show your furniture off.
Hey, the members got to see my messy room.
Yeah.
And then didn't you say you gave hats to your members?
I have to mail them. Yeah. Lori, I still have yours. I have to mail them. I have to mail everyone's. Lori's doing okay. I didn't feel horrible when Lori's talking about I'm going to mail out my Secret Santa stuff this week. It's after Christmas, Lori. So I get it. Man, I'm over here going, I got to mail a bunch of stuff. Yeah, not everyone sent me their email address or anything like or their address, but I did. I'm like, all right, I got a bunch of hats, and thanks for being a member. Here you go. Yep.
I think that's
It's
great.
awesome that your membership's like that, where you're giving them some stuff.
You know,
Because that's often I've joined some memberships just to kind of like see what it's like. I've never heard of anyone giving away anything to all the members like that.
well, I don't have a ton of members, so it makes it easy. You know, if I
Yeah.
have a whole bunch of members, I might not do that. I might do the,
Right.
hey, you know, here's a random whatever, you know, 10
Here's-
people, what have you, because I got the hats. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
I got enough hats.
Right, 10 is manageable. Yeah.
Right,
Nice.
you know. But I've got the stuff. Mishi does a lot of member giveaways and stuff like
Does
that.
she?
Yeah, she does a lot of different things.
Was Mishi a picker or a participator?
He's a
I missed-
participant.
Participant.
Oh.
Yep,
Okay.
she is the YouTube content creator participant. Yep.
Her and oh yeah, and the other one's a subscriber, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
That would be scary as a subscriber if you had never been on live to go.
Most people are fine with it. One person felt really intimidated by it because of the aggressiveness and the assertiveness of the hosts.
They should have
Kind of
known what they were getting
intimidated them.
into, though. I mean, come on. You can watch Mad Mimi once and know what you're getting into.
I know, but you know, everybody's got different ways to deal with things. And
I hadn't even thrown my name in the hat. Whoa! I hadn't even thrown my name in the hat, and she was already calling me out. She's like, Shannon's in here, she's in the room and commenting, and she hasn't sent us an email because she's afraid. I'm like, what? Whoa!
That's funny.
Like, I didn't do anything. Yep,
But
so
also, doesn't most people beat her?
she won once. She has won once.
Has she?
Yep.
Yes, she
won
did.
once.
She said.
Yep. It was a blanket. It was she had done a
She did a blanket.
She did a corner to corner,
Wow.
like a baby blanket style.
was the polar bear?
Yeah, the polar bear.
It seems like
Christian,
the
yeah.
Grafgani kind of stuff
Mhm.
is very popular because that's what beat you, basically, right?
Yeah.
Shannon?
Yeah, that was she did Cherry did the did I move my books? I moved. Oh yeah, I moved my books. My daughter was in here. Yeah, Cherry did the one of the Grafgan patterns in the Alice Starmore book, the charted knitting. So I thought that was fantastic because what
Yeah.
I've constantly said is it doesn't matter. Your graph doesn't care whether it's
Right.
a design for knitting,
Right.
crocheting, it doesn't matter. So she bought that book and found a chart that she really liked, and that's what she used.
That's cool.
But
That
I
was
don't
super.
think it was even just the picture. I like the design of her
Mhm.
object.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it has a pocket in it.
Yeah.
And I really like the way she had that designed. I wouldn't mind having one.
Right.
Yeah, she did a great job. She really did. I thought that was fantastic.
Yours definitely took a lot more skill, I guess would be the right word,
It was
or technique.
yeah, it was some stick to itiveness.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna do it.
Yeah. I bet because that was in the midst of all the hat making, right?
Yeah, it was definitely in the midst of all the hats, which was funny because for November's thing, there were a couple of things that I had the 21 projects on my, this is what I made in November. And I believe there was a blue sweater that I made for my grandson that was not in that video. The gloves were not in that video. You know, there were a few things that I missed and I still had 21.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very prolific month. Not all of them are like that.
See, now you need to put your gloves on and like hit some crochet.
There you
with your
go.
dainty gloves.
It would be
I would watch
fancy.
that.
Wasn't there a guy in one of our lives that wanted to know if we had gloves?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
That
he showed up
sounds
in
like-
mine.
Something, yeah.
Was he?
You have gloves? Do you have any? What kind of gloves do you have? Yeah. Steve said he was fine. He was just a little quirky.
Huh.
I said, okay. It only starts with quirky and then it
We're
gets
all a little
really
quirky, though. I mean,
Mhm.
I
Like my
tend- I
pajama
tend to-
man. I have to now introduce my pajamas so pajama man has something to look at.
Yeah.
The people who pop in that aren't really for my channel, you know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
They generally comment.
uh-huh.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
where they're going.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm like, wow, I didn't know that about me. Thank you very much. I appreciate the commentation.
Right. Oh, I never noticed that before.
I did not. I did not. I'm like, oh, who knew?
I'm so glad you came on and enlightened me.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Like, okay.
I haven't had too much trouble, but then every time I ever say that out loud, then the next time I'll have trouble.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, you haven't had trouble? Just wait. We're gonna come on your channel next time and give you some trouble.
Yep.
Right. Shannon, I don't know if you were here. Did you see what my daughter got me for Christmas from Germany?
Yeah. Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the ornament.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful. That's wonderful.
Oh, I do have an ornament too. She brought me.
That was your
This is from Basel, Switzerland. So
Oh,
Swiss
lovely.
chocolate.
I was just gonna say it looks like candy.
Yes,
Oh, that's so cute.
it's Swiss chocolate. Yeah. So she did bring that too, because they went on a Viking cruise down the Rhine River
Wonderful.
for their honeymoon. Several months late because both of their jobs are very busy in the summer.
Yeah.
But
We've been on here 2 hours again. Oh my gosh.
That's why I popped in. I'm like, you guys are still talking.
we chat.
We
just
could
have
talk
lots
all
of
night.
fun. That's our problem. We can talk all night. At least they're split up this time.
Right?
But yes, this is why this is true. This is it seems like Bridget might need this too.
Uh-huh.
I'll hold it up so Bridget can read it. Oh, I'll go big here. There you go, Bridget. You need one of those because you definitely, from what you're describing, that's you. Yes, please. Yes.
I'm so glad you like that.
Oh, I think it's great. Let's stay up and crochet. Yeah, that's right. No, just one more row. That's my husband. That's my famous last words every night.
That was
I almost
hilarious.
got you that, but then I thought that one was funnier.
No, this one fits better because we
Uh-huh.
keep having these late night lives.
That was hilarious with my daughter.
Yes.
She was downstairs and she was editing. She had her computer and everything, and she was doing her work and she was editing and being responsible. And I like to normally have my video done by now, and it should be uploading, but I got online with you guys instead of doing that. I was naughty. And she's like, okay, I got to do this. 7:30, I'll come video with you. Okay, not bad. Nah, in kids' language, 7:30 is not 7:30. So she's doing whatever, has to come up and shower. I took a nap. I'm out. I took a nap, got up and everything. Are you ready yet? So we did that. And then she was like, okay, well, if you want to start it, go ahead and start it and we'll pop back on. One more row, 5 more minutes, one more row.
Yep.
For showing what she had on there.
Yep.
She was trying to get to the other color and everything.
Oh.
We were filming right before midnight. I mean, it was I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. This is not your mother. Come on now. I need to get some sleep. Yep.
That's funny.
But she's got quite a bit done. She showed me what she's gotten done because, again, she's a photographer and in between photo shoots and stuff like that. So she was able to have her knitting with her. And she's like, Mom, want to see what I got done? Like, oh, wow. So
That's
I
great.
think we're going to get her on socks.
Oh, nice.
Yep. She says she's interested. So I guess we'll get her some double points. I got her a set of circulars and I got the granddaughter a set of circular needles. They're
Oh,
different
that's
colors,
neat.
so they don't clash with each other. So we'll get them hooked up, right? I mean, hey, you got to get them hooked early.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So doing that, all kinds of happy. And that cracked me up with the color. It's like, yeah, I get it with the color. It's like, see? Yep. So that's wonderful.
Feels like it's getting hotter in here.
That could be your age.
I think I do flash at night.
Yeah. It's really common.
Eat more animal fats.
Here, I'll figure out how to.
Animal fat?
Mm-hmm. The less processed foods and you put the animal fat back in your diet, you probably won't have that problem.
Yeah, I don't eat I eat some, but of course, but I don't eat a lot. We've way cut back on like meat. Like we don't eat a lot of beef anymore either.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not putting more animal fats in my diet.
Not really.
Huh. Never heard that one before.
Yeah, I was watching different YouTube stuff and everything, and it was an interesting one. Of course, I'd give it you the link, but they took it down. And it was all sorts of things about that, different things to reduce the flashing, reduce this, reduce that, blah blah blah. And then people in the comments were like, "Oh yeah, never had a problem, never had an issue." And I noticed that when I start to get a little warm, just go eat some fat. I'm good.
Go eat some fat, huh?
Just go have
Well,
some
see, so that peanut butter helps.
animal
Or
fat.
is that not fatty enough?
Animal fat.
Oh, animal fat. Okay.
That's not animal.
Yep, just like you were talking about the beef.
So I need to just go eat a chicken egg.
But yeah, I mean, it's the real foods. It's the stuff like that. Lard, eat some lard. Cook with lard. Don't just go. I mean, if you want to eat a spoonful of lard, you go for it. But that type of thing. But yeah, and we had for Christmas we had the prime rib and the prime rib roast, and you'll get those big pockets of fat. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. I'm like, all right, I was passing around pieces of fat and everything else because I'm the one cutting. So 3 pieces go on the plate, 1 piece goes in my mouth, and I mean it's just there you go. I shared just a little bit.
I wonder if the eggs would help because we have our own chickens, so
yeah. So it's a lot of the stuff that our parents and grandparents knew, and they ate differently. It's similar to McDonald's used to cook all their fries and everything else with beef tallow, and then they went to the seed oils, and then it was like they were trying to fatten up pigs and everything, and they started to give them they gave coconut oil at one point and realized that the coconut oil was making them lose weight. And then they gave them seed oils and it made them fatter and it made them gain weight. And they were unhealthy, but they were fatter and they were just going to go for slaughter anyway. That's cool. So humans, we eat all the seed oils and we're getting fatter, says the person pushing 200 pounds. I'm just saying, we're fatter and we're like, but I don't eat this much. I don't do whatever. The beef fat, the beef tallow will satiate your hunger. You're not going to be hungry, so you're not going to overeat. So that's huge.
That makes sense.
It is, and that's what our elders used to do. It's like, well, grandma used to cook with lard, and they had half a pound of bacon and how many eggs a day, and then the guy's 96 years old and everything, and still working. Their knees are fine, nothing hurts them, they're not complaining, And then we're over here eating healthy with our margarine and crap, and all the stuff that you've got list of chemicals on the back like this. We're replacing our hamburger with the Impossible burgers, with ingredients like this. No, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. Well, and I'm not a food critic, but I mean, it's just I heard you guys talking about that with the chocolates. You can have the chocolate that are in other countries because they don't have the poisons in them.
Yeah.
You can eat that. You don't feel sick when you eat it because it doesn't have the poison.
But what do we got to do to get America to restrict that stuff like they do in other countries?
I think there's going to be a regime change coming soon, but we can leave it at that.
Huh.
Yeah. I think there's going to be some changes. So It's really that is like the comment that I put earlier in the live is there's nothing more profitable than a sick kid,
Yeah.
Right.
adult, you know, and that's it's terrible. But why else do you have the same brand of things in the United States that has a list of chemicals this long,
Right.
but they sell that brand in another country that has this?
I was showing that with the chocolate oranges.
Yep. Yeah, you are.
Because I got one that was actually from the UK and one that was made in America, and the ingredients lists are totally different.
Mm-hmm. We got the gummy bears for the kids, German gummy bears. And
Oh,
we
the
got
German
those.
ones. Yep.
Oh my gosh, they were so good because we got the marzipan and we got all the other stuff for the that's what our family likes at Christmas. And the gummy bears, they didn't have any of the high fructose corn syrup. They didn't have any of those icky things. They were flavored with orange juice and things like that. The coloring of them was beets and paprika and turmeric, you know, to color them. They looked beautiful. They were absolutely amazing. They tasted fantastic. Yeah, but that they didn't have all the chemicals and the gross stuff.
Right.
So it's not that companies, and that's the other part too. It would be one thing if you said, well, wait a minute, it's going to ruin my industry because I'm not tooled to make said product without all those ingredients. And now I have to do the research, try to make it taste the same, do all that other stuff. That's not the case because you just commented, you get Coke in Mexico and it tastes different than it does here.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Obviously, they obviously are making more than one
Because it's
formula.
cane sugar or sugar. Yeah.
Correct. But they've got more than one formula. They're making a product that's not pumped full of poisons for other people.
Right.
Well, that's all we're asking for. It's like, please, could you give me the Fruit Loops
Right.
without poison? That would
Right.
be great. You know, because they're doing it. They know how to do it. They're deliberately doing it to us, giving us this stuff that makes it very addicting and really bad for us. And it's hard to get away from it unless you're growing all of your own food, which I'm not.
Right. It's
Raising
not.
all of your animals,
Right.
which I'm not. Doing barter system or paying for people who
Right.
are. You know, like getting the farm fresh eggs, the beef, the everything else. You know, you can do the best you can, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I felt the best when we were growing our own vegetables and eating that.
Yep.
Yep.
And we
Bridget-
raised chickens. Now that was gross, raising meat chickens.
Oh,
We raised 100 meat chickens one year to sell at the farmer's market.
Mhm.
And that was nasty. It made me not want to eat chicken. Like they were just like seemed like they were starving the whole time, which, you know, basically they were. They were starving the whole time because they were growing so fast.
mm.
And it's like, ooh, I don't want to eat that.
I only recently discovered that my dad's parents had a chicken farm when he was a little kid, and that's why he hated cats, because the cats would
Oh.
get the chickens, right? So they were stealing their profit. But he said they basically got put out of business because they could not produce enough chickens. Like he did the whole process. He did all that as a little kid. But that would have been in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you didn't have, but
They didn't
that's
have-
when all that started, where you had, oh, this big farmer can just give King Supers or Kroger or whatever, you know, whatever you have, 1,000 eggs, we can, or 1,000 chickens, we can only give them 100 chickens or whatever. And oh, South Carolina. Why did I think who was saying they were from Nova Scotia, Bridget? Who was saying that in the
I don't remember.
thing today?
Somebody said they were.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out where it was, which side of the country it was on.
Yeah, and it's on the
That was in
green.
my chat earlier, I think.
Oh, but anyway, yes, the whole industry is very different than it was when my dad was doing it. But that's when that shift started happening, when it went from a little family chicken farm to, you know, they were raising them for meat, and to, you know, industrialized production, because the population of America is gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny when they put free range chicken eggs on there. They label it free range chicken eggs. Like, okay. Like, those aren't free range chickens like you think they are. They get maybe I don't know what we read the regulations one time. They get like a run outside once a day or some kind of crap like that. And they label them free range chickens.
That's it.
Yeah, free range. Well, what that means they're just not in the little boxes, right? Or whatever it is that the other ones.
Means they get to see the outside air for a certain number of hours a day, and I don't think it's very much.
Is
like
the
10 hour.
Yeah, is it Colorado or everywhere that they're making a rule about the free range chickens or free range eggs? I can't remember.
What rule?
Maybe if they have to be free range, or you can't sell them in Colorado. Maybe it is just a Colorado thing. There's something about the eggs here. I can't remember.
We can't free range. We have a huge coop. We only have 8 chickens, and it's in a huge coop. But you can't we let them out, but we have to babysit them. So if we let them out to free range, then we have to stay with them, or else the hawks are going to get them. So they are in the coop most of the time. They get like fresh hay, and they get fed herbs a lot in addition to their food. Our eggs are delicious though.
Oh, Michael just joined the chat from MDL.
Oh, hey, Michael.
Well, hello.
Drop.
How you doing?
As well. Let me find your channel here. So yes, what are you working on these days in the middle of the night, Michael?
Tunisian.
Yes, I know. I've only done one thing in Tunisian. I made a little scarf.
Ladies, I'm going to have to head out.
Yes,
again,
yes.
I've got to get my video uploaded and
get
do
your stuff taken care of.
Okay, see you later. Good to see you.
Nice to have you come play with us.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
thank you for stopping in.
Yep. And soon, maybe YouTube will get us straightened out, Lori. They did actually respond, so that's cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
We can hope.
I
Big
know.
fingers crossed for you guys.
All right. All right.
Awesome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
To work on a new pattern. Oh, nice.
I don't sleep a lot.
Oh, okay.
Me neither.
So you're like Camille. Camille's that way too.
Yeah. Even when I sleep, I often don't sleep I don't sleep 8 hours.
None of us spin that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you spin your own yarn, Bridget?
Yeah, I think Bridget does spin, doesn't she?
I think that's, yeah.
I thought she did, but I could be wrong. Sometimes I get people mixed up.
I'll drop that link for anybody that's in here that hasn't. I can't. Yeah.
That's right.
4 hours at most. Yeah. Pain. Oh, yeah. Chronic pain is rough. I get migraine, so if I don't get enough sleep, then it just takes me out for the day. But I have medicines that will help me sleep.
I was talking to the doc when I was talking to her today. I said, "Oh my God, I'm just so glad I don't get migraines."
Yeah,
because I know so many people that do, and it's just debilitating. And I'm like, I am so glad I don't have that issue.
Camille, Nifty wants to know, do you have a hawk problem like regularly?
I mean, I live in the country, so yeah, we have hawks everywhere.
I live in the suburbs and we have hawks. So,
and then that if you we've done chickens 8 of our 10 years together, and we've tried different ways to do the chickens, and if the hawks don't get them, like if you try to have free range chickens, like true free range where your chickens are outside, the hawks are going to get them during the day if you're not babysitting them. And then we had one time we did an experiment where we had chickens and we just kind of let them roam, right? We bought a lot of them.
Okay.
And we let them roam night and day. And if the hawks don't get them during the day, the owls are going to get them at night. Yeah. So, but yeah, I see hawk. I mean, I see a hawk every day outside. So.
Yeah, we have and again, I'm in the suburbs where I'm close to the foothills, very close. But even where I'm at, there's a couple hawks in our area, and they kind of take care of, for a lack of a better way of saying it, the wild rabbits. Yeah. Yes, the little dogs. Yeah. Well, how big of a dog would a hawk go after, do you think?
Like a Chihuahua.
Definitely Lori's dogs would be vulnerable, but like Lebowski, he's sleeping.
No.
My dog's a medium-sized dog. He's
if your dog was around the chickens and didn't bother the chickens, the hawks would stay away.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
hawks can be.
Hawks are, but they're beautiful. Like I love seeing the hawk, you know.
They are beautiful birds, but yeah, they'll take off with cats. They'll take off with small dogs.
And then, you know, because I go outside at night a lot, like almost nightly, I like to go outside and be in the peace and quiet. And I see owls often.
Yeah. When I lived up actually in the mountains, it was, we had bears, but I'll come back to that. But yeah, there was this giant, really good sized owl.
I see there's an owl will swoop down.
Where are you at, Nifty?
Towards me, towards us, like if we're sitting outside at night, an owl will swoop down towards us. You know, it happens a few times a year where we see them up close, and they're huge. They're bigger than the hawks, some of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I believe it.
And then we have coyotes too, but you know, I've never had a problem with coyotes. Like they keep their distance. You know, I've never been worried like, oh my gosh, a coyote's going to eat me or attack me or anything.
They'll go where the food is. If they have another food source, they'll stay away from the people.
Yeah.
We have animals here. They come down from the mountains a long ways into town. Just, I don't know why, but it's like they get lost or they're looking for food, and the deer will come way down out of the mountains.
And then we have bobcats, but I don't see a bobcat too often.
Yeah, we have bobcats.
Those are big.
I have a funny story about a bobcat too. So I had a friend that was driving up the side of it's called a Black Bear Mountain. And he was driving up there, you know, and you kind of go around, he's swinging or whatever. He was driving along, and it's not very fast, and a bobcat ran into the side of his car. So I don't know if he was chasing something or what. Smacked right into the side of the car. The bobcat was okay, but he dented the side of the door of my friend's car.
And then armadillos. We have armadillos.
Yeah, we don't have armadillos.
Armadillos stay away pretty much. Yeah. Possums. I don't like possums. I don't like them at all, and they will come near you. So
they're supposedly helpful, but I don't know where I heard that or what.
Demon animals. I don't like them, but you know, I don't like them because one time I went camping and I went squat to go to the bathroom, and I guess I was squatting in a possum's area, and it hissed at me, and it looked like a demon. It was at night, and I don't.
Yeah, they are spooky looking.
Yeah, they're supposed to help with ticks and stuff, and some people think they're cute, but ew, I don't like them. And then raccoon. I used to see raccoons a lot more, but I haven't seen a raccoon in some years.
Yeah, when I lived closer to the foothills, I saw
Mhm.
more coyotes and
Mhm.
what animal were we just talking about? Raccoons. Here for this part of the suburbs, like I said, it's hawks, and I have seen foxes. Because we're close enough to open space.
Nifty sandwich.
Nifty's her nifty sandwich was an egg and bacon sandwich. It sounded amazing.
She said, "Oh, I'm assuming it's a she."
Yeah.
I saw a coyote once when I was catching the
Oh,
bus early in the
got it.
morning. I was so
Oh.
glad it wasn't hungry for a
I
nifty
need to read
sandwich.
the whole thing. Yes, I'm very glad that the coyote didn't have a nifty sandwich. Nifty, do you have a channel? Because I'll try to find it and link it in there.
I don't think they do.
Okay.
Remember? I think I looked once, but maybe I get confused.
Okay. So Michael's here. Now this is not Tunisian, but I'll show it again.
Make yourself big.
Oh yeah, make myself big. This is a cardigan I just finished for my sweater, so it's 4 different patterns put together with the sleeves. I would love to know how to do like lacy stuff like this in Tunisian, because this was a pain in the butt in crochet. So this part was so easy, bag a day. And then these are from my secret yarnery. Yeah, here I'll put it on.
Are you okay?
You really get the whole feel of it. Now my sister's a little bit taller than me and longer arms and bigger shoulders. I have one end to weave in, but so yeah. So so it's just below the butt. Yeah. And then the sleeve, you can see it's like leaves. And that's Bay Crochet, I think, BAE, and then the same colors. There's 4 different flowers. They're all patterns from Secret Yarnery. And the colors are all my sister's choices. Because she said, "Can you please?" Oh, thank you, Tina. Oh, yes. Michael from MDL Crochet the Tunisian. Oh, thank you, Michael. I really appreciate it. I've spent probably more time on that cardigan than any cardigan I've ever made. No, I made a Totoro cardigan. That one probably took forever because it was a grafcan on the back. Now I know you did a Totoro in Tunisian, which that's cool. That's cool. But yeah, maybe I can find a picture of that. But yeah, but that one took pretty close to as long because I mixed for let me go back. 4 different creators' patterns are in this one sweater. Now, had I just done the sleeves like this bag a day pattern, I would have probably finished this pattern like weeks ago. If I had done that on the sleeves, these sleeves took a long time just because there was so much counting, and I know you can't quite see the leafiness of it not on, but anyway. But yes, Tina's back. Or were you here the whole time? Well, maybe Tina hadn't seen it. Maybe it was in one of those times that she hadn't seen it. But yes, anyway, that's what I'm working on. Chef Lori's working on a shawl, and Camille is working on a poncho, a corner-to-corner shawl. And Camille's working on a poncho. That is your poncho 3-weight, Camille?
Yes.
Yeah.
DK Sweet Roll Iceberg, I think, is what it's called. I like it. I wore it at Christmas, even though it wasn't finished. Because I wanted to.
Oh, nifty okay. Okay. I will try to find that right now. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get you set up so you can just be like,
Yes.
type this word.
Yes, I will get that taken care of before we do it on my channel again.
I think we could, I mean, we could always Zoom call, but I think you can be on StreamYard like and not like act like you're gonna go live and then get us all in this backstage and we can talk together without actually being live.
Yeah, you can go.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
you can be
Nippy.
backstage without being
Uh-huh.
live.
And I don't think it counts as it doesn't count as your hours.
Okay.
So we can do that to help you set your stuff up if you want.
Ooh, what was the paranormal podcast about? From Tina.
Lori and I have done that, Shannon says. Yeah. That's awesome.
I did that with Rob, and after me and her were on a video together, we just sat and chatted for like another
just, like,
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Live and then just sat there. Mm-hmm. Zoom doesn't work very good for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I have trouble with the Zoom call.
The Zooms, yeah.
I just use Zoom for my videos.
Yeah.
Because it gets rid of all the background noise. I don't have to worry about any of the background noise. And it has a setting on it where it'll adjust your make you look better.
Oh, yeah.
I think it blurs you up a little bit so you look better. So
my arm that I put my camera on broke tonight right before I went on.
Oh
no.
And so it's what I use the few times that I do show like my hands or do something down at my desk. That's what I use. So I'm gonna have to order another one. I got a ring light from my daughter.
Nice.
That's supposed to hold your phone, but my phone is old, so I don't use my phone for my YouTube channel. But I do need to get another one, so it might work good with that. Oh, I guess I could rest my tablet on it, maybe.
My ring light has a thing in the middle, and I put my webcam on that and spread it around somewhere else when I was doing something. When we did the video the first time, so that I could put it back further and show the project, because this is really close, so I can see the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So, Camille, what poncho pattern is that?
It's the Bag-A-Day Autumn Stripes poncho.
Bag-A-Day Autumn Stripes. Okay.
Bag-A-Day Autumn Stripes.
So Tina was listening to the paranormal, and it was about a story about a haunted lighthouse. So my youngest daughter is actually, she works for the Botanic Gardens here, and she works in Denver. And they did ghost tours, and she gave me and my teenage stepdaughters and my husband's her ghost tours tickets. And that whole area, I guess, has a whole bunch of paranormal ghost activity, because it was basically built on what used to be a cemetery that originally was somewhere else, and a whole bunch of stuff got relocated there. And then they were paying somebody that people would just like at night go and bury people there because it was too expensive. So like there's all these unmarked graves and stuff. So they keep, every time they like add anything to the Botanic Gardens there, they find bodies, because things were, and even though they cleared them out and whatever, and but the ghost stories were really interesting. So Tina, if you're interested in that, I don't recall where you're from, but look in your area, and it was kind of sad. I mean, that these people, people were trying to show respect, but then the people that like were getting moved. There was a lot of shenanigans and disrespect to the bodies. Yeah, but it was some of the ghost stories and some of the interactions were really interesting. And I guess right next to it is something called Cheeseman Park, and it's next to the Botanic Gardens, and it's got even more stuff because that's where a majority of them were. But it's some really like, I can see ghost hunters wanting to actually go check that place out. For all I know, they have. I know they've done stuff at the Stanley Hotel up in Estes Park in Colorado.
I don't want to be buried.
And cremated?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they have, and it's not legal everywhere, apparently. They had that thing that they can do that, and then you get put in the dirt and to plant a tree or something.
Uh-huh. Just cremate me, dump my ashes, plant a tree over me or something. I don't care.
Right.
I'm not going to be in there anymore.
Right. It's just about it. Or right after I graduated. Okay.
Just your flesh sack. It's after science does whatever it's going to do to my body. Hopefully they won't clone me or some BS.
Why wouldn't we want to clone a Camille?
Oh, because
we all want that.
That's what your children are for. They're supposed to be little yous.
Yeah, they're my mini me's.
Yes.
They're all little mini me's. That oldest one though, she's a good mini me. Like she's a close representation.
That's funny. My youngest probably is far more like me than my older daughter, but my granddaughter, oddly enough, is more like my younger daughter than she is like her mom. So she's like her auntie instead of like her mom. But that's because my son-in-law is so, like, his personality and everything is so much more similar to my younger daughter than my older daughter. But it's so that's why my granddaughter is more like my younger daughter than her mom. It's cute. They're fun.
And it's funny because I think the youngest bio child.
Yes.
It's funny because I think she acts a lot like Ryan, and that's not.
Oh yeah,
he's not her biological father, and I think she acts a lot like him.
It definitely happens. It's like I feel like my youngest stepdaughter is very much like my youngest daughter, and there is zero connection there. Like it's well, they're so similar.
You raised them, so that's where the
well, I didn't really raise. I mean, I have known my youngest stepdaughter since she was 2.
Yeah, see,
I've been in her life. She doesn't remember not knowing me.
Yeah,
but. Yeah. It's only been this year and a half, 2.5 years. No, year and a half that she's been here here with us a slightly more time than with her mom. It used to be majority time mom. So it's, I don't know. I think it's just her personality happens to just be more similar. It's just funny. And it's nice. I had a stepmom I absolutely adored. She passed away at the end of 2021. And so I get, and I mean, I actually remember vaguely when my dad and stepmom met, but I was about 3, maybe Maybe I was about the same age as my youngest stepdaughter, but I kind of vaguely remember. But just my dad is a wild man. You know, I told the fish story. I'll tell that again sometime. Fish story about him, but this one I'll tell. I'll tell about my stepmom. So she was moving into the apartment 2 floors below his, I think, into an apartment. And he comes down the stairs. He says, "You're really beautiful," kisses her and says, "I've got to go out of town for work, but when I come back, we're going to go on a date." And knowing my stepmother, I am surprised she didn't slap the crap out of him.
For kissing her
Wow.
in front of everybody. Is that what you mean?
Say it again.
Because he kissed her in front of everybody?
No, he just kissed her. He was
Oh.
a complete stranger. It was not.
Oh.
Anybody.
He was a complete stranger. I didn't catch that part.
He was moving into an apartment below his.
Wow.
And yeah, that's tells you a little bit about my dad.
That's funny.
But he just like, he literally, for him, it was love at first sight. That's how he felt. They were soulmates. They were together 45 years. And yeah. And, or maybe they were married 45 years, maybe together longer than that. And they got married on April Fool's Day, and told everybody they were having an April Fool's Day party, but it was their wedding. Also tells you a lot about my dad and his sense of humor. And but yeah, I adored my stepmom. She's so tall. Like, her whole family is tall. She was about 6 foot, and she has a niece that's 6'5", her brother and her nephews that are 6'7", 6'7", like, and she has one sister that's the short one that's 5'10". So I feel like a little person when I'm around her family. One of her sisters is 6'2", 6'3", and a niece that's 6'5".
Jeez.
They're all little giants. But
My oldest daughter is the tallest. She's like 5'7".
Okay. My sister is 5'7", I believe. She could even be 5'8". So she's pretty noticeably tall. I'm the short one on my mom's side of the family, but I'm tall for a woman on my dad's side of the family. My grandma was 4'11". My dad's mom. But yeah.
Little shorty.
Yeah. And my great grandma, who I actually knew, she was 4'10". So yeah. I'm a giant compared to them. But yeah. But on my mom's side, I'm short, but not as short as I am compared to my stepmother's family. But yes, what would he be? I'll call him my step cousin. So my stepmother's nephew that was a model and runs a modeling agency in Chicago. That one that I sent you a picture of, he's 6'5". And he's a beautiful man. And that's not just my opinion, that's just facts.
Did you answer Nifty, Camille? Were you going to put fringe on your poncho?
Oh, no, probably not. I'll get it caught on too many things. Like, yeah.
It takes a lot of time too, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I was already, I said I wore it around Christmas time. So I was like dancing around in front of the video, like, because I was going to include it in my poncho video when I finally make one. And I caught it on the Christmas tree and almost pulled the Christmas tree over.
Oh no.
So I think I'll leave the tassels off.
That would have been a great video.
I don't think I can handle them. I walked away from the tree, I pushed it back up, and then I walked away and there was like ornaments stuck on the back of my poncho. Fortunately, the video wasn't running during that part.
Oh. That's some of the best stuff.
I know. I should have left it running. But yeah, I danced in my poncho for everyone.
That's so great. I love that. I love that. Yeah. So Shannon's saying she's originally from Michigan. I was not aware of that.
Oh, wow.
But I know she's lived in lots of places.
Yeah. I've only lived in Texas and Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma
Yeah.
for like 10
Yes,
years.
Camille, that would have made a great short, Michael says.
I know, right? Why didn't I leave it
Would have been
going?
brilliant.
Yeah, the Christmas tree almost came down on top of me. Yeah, and that was one of the first things I said was, why didn't I have the camera running?
Right? Right.
Uh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to go,
Yes,
y'all.
I was thinking we're all kind of petering
Me
out.
too.
I'm going to use that word
I
again.
need to borrow some of Michael's chapstick. Like, I'm going to have to go
Oh.
buy some chapstick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon's uploading her video in her basement.
Shannon,
No,
she's
it's not her
asking where
basement.
she is living.
Oh, she's
Besides,
living. Oh,
she's in
sorry.
Colorado. I understood from the full context of everything.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I
Context is important.
Chef Lori, I seriously, that's exactly where my head went first. She's going to go do her video, but then I'm like, no, that's not what she's asking. She's asking context. Oh,
She's
you
in the
are in the
basement,
basement.
Is that where your yarn room is, in the basement?
See, and my yarn room's all the way upstairs.
I don't have a yarn. My living room's my yarn room. And my dining room. Mm.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like gotten dry enough here, I guess, that my lips are starting to bother me. And I don't have any chapstick. It's bothering me right now. I also keep
Ugh.
licking them, and that doesn't help it.
No, that makes it worse.
See, Michael, I'm in Colorado, so I dry all the time. Chapstick is a necessity of life. But
It's almost like you're watching me.
how long were you in Iraq and Afghanistan? My husband was in Afghanistan for about 6 months, but it's all he was there for. But
The clean yarn room is downstairs in the basement. That's the one with just a little bit of yarn in it.
of overflow.
She
Okay.
should do that for her background instead of the one upstairs. It only has a little bit of yarn.
I
She
like
says-
her background.
She says that the basement is cold though.
Mhm.
See,
Oh,
I told her she needs this blanket that that Jennifer made me.
Mhm.
The one that everybody wants.
Just
right?
get it. Just make a poncho. It's like wearing a blanket.
There you go.
This is the first time I ever wore a poncho. Isn't that weird? But yeah.
Really? Oh, I love ponchos.
Mhm.
don't
And
know
I
if
was
I've
I
ever
wasn't
worn a
sure about it at first. I was like, do I like this? I don't know about this. Like, there's nothing on the sides because I'm a cardigan wearer, right?
Mm.
But yeah, I ended up liking it. And it's like, who doesn't want a poncho? It's a blanket with a hole for your head.
Right?
Snuggled under him like pumpkin cheesecake. Mm.
Well, tomorrow we'll get a view of the new furniture, and then she can cuddle on the new furniture with her husband instead of in the
Yeah.
basement.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you
Awesome.
for your service, Michael. That's interesting because that's really similar to my the principal that because I was a teacher for almost 24 years. That's a really similar. He was a Navy corpsman, combat medic as well. I wonder if you would know him. Probably. Well, I don't know. I don't know how big the community. He was only in Iraq in the first one. He was not in Afghanistan because he was a teacher when he came out after Iraq. So yeah, that's a tough job. Thank you for what you did. That's tough.
How much
Okay,
yarn-
y'all. I'm gonna go.
Yes.
So I'll see y'all
Yes.
later.
Yes, that's actually a great idea. I just stopped
Bye-bye.
saying I was getting sleepy.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
Yes, thanks for coming.
I'll see
in
you
here.
ladies again another day.
Yes, thank you all so much for coming. in.
If you
Oh,
get your Nightbot program
Yes,
set
I
up in your
will.
account, let me know and I'll send you a screenshot of the
Yes,
commands I have
please.
that are
Yes.
working, and that'll
Yes.
be a good start.
I will. Yes, I'll probably work.
I have
on
some that I don't think are
tomorrow.
working, but some of them are.
Yeah, I'll work on that tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for stopping in.
Oh,
I
it
really
was nice.
appreciate
We'll get you guys some
Yeah.
You guys go back and watch the replays, and
Yes.
we'll get Lori some watch hours.
Yes. Some subscribers too. It's honestly, being on Frizzy Bee, I think, has helped because people
Yeah,
have seen me there
yeah.
because I comment a lot because, you know, I like painting and I love art.
Oh
and
yeah.
So like that's
Maybe we should get together, some of us, and do like a Zoom class painting
yes,
thing.
I want to
Because
do
that's
that
what
with
I
her.
did during the pandemic. I Zoomed at home
Yeah.
with the
Yes.
people all over the whole country, the
Yes.
whole world, and did painting. It was fun.
Yes, Bridget, thank you for yes, throwdown was great. But yes, yes, I would love Frizzy to come on in here. But yeah, maybe Bridget saw because I was in the, did I comment? I don't even know if I commented on the Hooker versus Hooker. I can't remember. I think I did. But anyway, but I appreciate her coming on over. So
Okay, thank
thank
you guys
so
for
much,
showing
Lori,
up.
and I will get with you and send an
Okay.
email
If you
and
need
let you
anything,
know
let
when
me
I
know.
got my stuff together.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
All right,
Thanks for
bye.
coming in. Thank you so much. Yes, it was, yeah, I could tell you had a lot of fun, Bridget, which is great. Oh, you did, yes, you did a lot of commenting. Well, yeah, you held in all the comments from when you were participating, right, Shannon? Anyway, I really should get to bed. It's midnight here. I know it's way later elsewhere, but Shannon probably needs to get to bed too. Thanks for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. See you later. Yes, you did handle yourself with grace.